And now we can shoot underwater. Hooray.
Alright, come on, Underwater World. Let's fucking do this.
So what games have you been playing lately, Gabriel?
Well, I'm running back through Dark Souls 1, playing Dark Souls 2 with you.
Yes, maybe we'll do a bit of that after we finish.
Yep, we'll be doing that later. I'm looking forward to it.
If we can be asked, after however long this takes.
Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, me too. I sort of remember this game being shorter. But then I guess I would. Because I'm too familiar with it.
Fuck you, Bat. Fuck you so hard.
Do you want to guess who the voice actor is who makes the ooh sound effect?
Joe DiMaggio.
Nope.
Oh.
Try again.
Mark Hamill.
Nope. Try again.
Yahtzee Croshaw?
Yes! It's me! Just like how I voiced the guards in Art of Theft. But I like to think my voice was a bit less recognisable with this one.
Yeah, it's a fairly nondescript little ooh.
Yeah, with a sort of northern inflection to it. Ooh!
Well,
bugger that up.
I suppose you can just reset it easy enough.
Yeah, yes.
Ka-ching!
Man, that stuff grows back fast.
That's what makes spyrite an excellent mineral to mine.
One wonders why you need a mine this big. Just like I mined the first few blocks of it at the front door.
Spyrite mine's just two guys hanging out. Where else have I seen that block collapse thing before?
Dunno.
Oh, okay. I was hoping maybe you'd have a game that influenced you to put it in there. I know I've seen something
Actually, it was
like
sort of an accident. When I was like designing the block that the bomb destroys, then I sort of programmed it so that when it's
health is in the brick.
When it's detected another. Huh.
Alright.
Hey, a shop. So I designed it so that when it detects that there's another spyrite block next to it, it also destroys that. But in practice, there was a slight delay. So the blocks weren't all destroyed instantly.
And so you wound up with a nifty gameplay.
And I realised, hey, we could make a mechanic out of that.
What's the Rubik's Cube doing?
That's what increases your
that might be prudent.
Shooting speed. I don't know, actually.
Well, I mean, I'm not really going to be playing it for the rest of this. I think it's, at this point, just dumping me into the hard end is probably not a good idea. So, I don't know. If you're comfortable with the reload rate, yeah, stick with it. What's the Spirit of Punishment do?
That's the mine.
Oh, that's right. That's the mine. Okay. So we've got mine, giant Hadouken, kind of useless cluster bomb.
I'm just going to get the health upgrade.
Alright, well.
You're going to have to at some point.
Yeah. So the health and bomb upgrades are finite. They don't respawn with the dude.
So now we're back in the burrows above the Spirit Kingdom.
Yeah.
And if we go all the way back to the starting area, we can find
familiar.
There are things to be had.
A little bit like fucking bats, man. A little bit like the stray demon in Dark Souls. And I'm not going to say where that is. If you haven't played it, you're going to have to find out for yourself.
It's in the Undead Asylum.
It's in the Undead Asylum.
But it's
find out for yourself.
But it is hard to get back there.
It is the least signposted thing in a game that does not signpost anything.
Oh, I don't know. Saving Solaire is pretty hard to figure out.
That's a good point. Well, I mean, I think saving Solaire's kind of...
I think we discussed that.
That's so hard.
I saved him and he fell right off a fucking ledge.
I love that. That's so gloriously Dark Souls.
Still,
I've done it! I've saved Solaire! Bye!
Well, it's not like I was saving him just so you could help me out in the final boss.
No, you wanted the narrative. And
I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Bro. Yeah, because don't you have to join a covenant? I mean, the first time I was playing it, I didn't even know what covenants were until,
that's
forever into the game.
The whole PvP covenants thing is a thing that's very poorly explained. Now watch the bottom left corner of the screen very closely. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's gamey again.
Whoops. Could have programmed that better. Maybe despawn. Obviously the game is programmed to despawn the character if we're past the bit where we see him.
But it doesn't. The spawn is not gone.
Yeah,
so.
it probably takes a single frame to figure out he's not supposed to be there. And here's another secret lemonade tea lady.
Are there only 3?
There's 5.
Oh.
That's why I said another, other than the last. So this is how the spirits came about. The magic users who discovered Spyrite, who'd been trapped under the ground by the destruction of the great city, decided to turn themselves into ghosts so they would no longer be affected by physical need.
And the Blemen Egg, this is where the Blemen Egg split was? And
yeah, the Blemen Eggs went, we're not are the same people, but they weren't keen on that. So they went and formed their own community by the Lidenbrock Sea.
And they wrote and maintained the technology.
And that's why the Great Library was right next to the Blemen Egg village.
Ah.
And, yeah. And then the spirits just hung around the Spirit City forever. Not doing shit.
You know, just not eating or drinking or
just
needing to do anything much, really. What is the spirit life like? I suppose it's one of the
I guess there's a lot of floating around and chatting. And they discuss great philosophical concepts and stuff.
Do you miss your penis? Yes, thank you, finally. Can we get up to the... We can get up to the whole start bit again.
Ow.
Fucking bats.
Totally, man.
What's up there now? A giant robot rabbit boss?
No.
Oh.
There's just pickups.
Ooh. I like pickups.
We're gonna get. And here we are in the starting room.
Dun, dun, dun. And now we have the jump ability to get the fuck out.
Boing.
Should have had an option of just, like, walk home. Walk home.
Like
record Jonathan Creek, like, for the wife.
What's the game where you can do that? Clock Tower lets you do it. It's one of the many endings. You can just get in a car and fuck off.
Which one's Clock Tower? That rings a bell.
The survival horror game on the SNES.
Ah, right, there we
the
go.
Scissor Man.
Wait, SNES.
Yeah.
Was it on the SNES?
Yeah. And the Scissor Man chases you and you can't fight it. You just have to hide in places.
My brain's sort of leaping to somewhere in the PS1 with that one. That must be maybe a sequel.
There was a Clock Tower. I think there was a couple of Clock Towers on the PS1.
Ah. Well, that explains that puzzle.
Are you thinking of a 3D game?
Yes.
Yeah, that was probably would have been in the sequel. I had a Clock Tower 2.
I'm going to look up the first one. I have
Clock Tower The First Fear?
No visual memory of the SNES Clock Tower. I didn't even know there was really survival horror games on the SNES. So.
Yeah. Arguably the first survival horror game would have been something like The Uninvited or Alone in the Dark. What
Wasn't
do you
Alone in the
think,
Dark
kids?
3D?
It was 3D polygons on pre-rendered backdrops.
Yeah.
So I say pre-rendered. Drawn backdrops. Who knows?
I remember trying to get that run on the, Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah, that's the first Clock Tower.
Was it any good?
Well, they got a whole bunch of sequels.
Well...
It's alright.
Yeah.
But how did we get onto this? We're talking about games where it's possible to just fuck off.
Yeah, go home.
Super Paper Mario, you can do that. Yeah, like at the start of the game, like the guy goes, "Will you help us in our quest?" And you get the standard "but thou must" yes or no choice.
Yeah.
But if you keep pressing no, he'll just go, "Oh, alright, well I guess we're fucked then." And, and then it just goes to game over.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
I'm sure there are other games where you can just fuck off.
Yeah, well, I suppose you can kill yourself in Consuming Shadow.
Yeah.
You can just book it right the hell out of this. No, not dealing with this. Don't have the energy for the monsters today.
And the other, what that's reminded me of is that in the Bionic Commando remake, there's a boss fight.
Haven't played that.
With like an evil Nazi type guy.
Of course.
Where are we going now?
In Sunken City, so down.
Tell you what, let's do the Crystal Tombs first. Since
Okie
it's on the way.
Alright, what's in the Crystal Tombs?
Well, we'll find out.
Alrighty. Pew!
Haha. Clever old me.
The wisdom of the desire.
Hey, let's go into the... Oh. That's the Dark Realm.
Alright, well, we're not going there yet.
Spirits to the left, dark ones to the right. See, purple means dark in video game parlance.
Evil. Does it have is that a TV tropes thing? Is there like a big list of things that have used that I'm unaware of?
I don't know. I just know like Metroid Prime springs to mind. I know a lot of cases where dark and purple have gone together. But anyway, I was talking about Bionic Commando the remake.
Yes.
There's a boss fight with a sort of Nazi guy. And the boss fight starts with like, standard sort of chatty cutscene where he goes, "I will destroy you, blah, blah, blah," bit of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to watch it the first time, but if you like die and try again, if you press start to skip cutscene, then your main character just goes, "Shut the fuck up!" and the fight starts proper.
That's good. More games should do that. You skip the cutscene and just interrupt the guy. Fuck you, fuck your dumb shit.
Shut up! Jesus Christ, why don't you stop talking?
I don't want to hear you. I'm going to punch you in the ear hole.
Here is the fourth of the Blemon eggs.
Do they tell the story in the correct order regardless of the order you discover them? Or?
Yes, they do.
Ah, okay. So you're not going to get just weird chunks.
How many have we had now? 5?
That's 4.
4. I think there's 6 then.
Okie dokie. There's a secret 7th one that just tells you about the shops she went to.
Because there's 2 more we haven't gone to yet.
Ooh.
So this is how the Dark Ones were created. They were surface dwellers who tried to use magic for dark purposes, and they were tricked into becoming spirits themselves, but once they were spirits, they couldn't physically affect the world anymore.
And they threw a mad fucking tantrum.
Yeah, so they were sealed in the Abyss, beneath the Lidenbrock Sea. And you might want to remember that, because the Abyss will be a big thing later.
Much later, apparently.
Oh, hey. More coins I can spend.
Hi.
Well, we can't buy that, so I'm just going to get Spirit of Peace.
That's the trade grenade for health, isn't it?
Yeah, I figure it'll come in handy. So now we're going into the Spirit Tombs, which has a very specific gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are bad things in the Spirit Tombs.
As opposed to the carnival of polite folk the rest of the game. Shit!
This is the scary part of the game.
Ah, Dot seems harmless. I bet it's a power-up.
So the point of this is that we mustn't disturb the things that roam the shadows of the Crystal Tombs. We can create a light to see where we're going, but if we get too close to one of the entities that dwell in the Crystal Tombs, they will get narky, and we can't kill them. So we just...
so they don't bother you when you can't see.
Yeah, they won't hurt you if they can't see you.
It's like me walking to the toilet in the nighttime. Just leave the lights off.
Luckily I can remember the layout of a lot of these rooms. And now for some levity with some bouncy skulls. Wee, wee, wee,
ow, 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 ow. Ah, cluster of skulls.
Yeah, so the cluster of skulls added here in order to
Share house of noggins.
In order to train the player in something.
Something that may come up in a boss fight?
Something that will come up in this whole area.
Ooh, okay.
Which means that if we kill those things, it also destroys a pillar. Which means there are 3 more of those things to find. So originally that wasn't there, and people didn't really understand what they were supposed to do to get rid of the pillars.
Valid. So you changed it, and now everyone's happy.
And
forever.
Yeah, so the rock clusters don't respawn. They're one of the very few monsters that don't.
Oop.
Oops.
Oop.
Nope,
That's not the button.
That was not the button. That was not the button at all. Hey, Chumley.
Oh, don't mind me. Is it an insta-kill if you have the light on there?
No, but it's a bit disturbing, though.
It will insta-kill your mind.
Yeah, this is a secret way here, which will take us to a power-up.
Rad.
Can we see it? No, we can't. Hey, Chumley.
Don't mind. That's watching you do these platforming bits just in pure darkness.
There it is.
And you got a lot of health now.
I specifically designed the things in the Crystal Tombs to be kind of fucked up looking.
Can we maybe get above one and put the light on so we can have a little bit of a look-see?
Well, we'll get a good look at it when we get to the end credits, because there'll be a little picture of them to see.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's right. You know, I like that end credits thing where it's like here's the.
Well, I always like to pad out the credits, so I did the same thing I did in Galaxy of Fantabulous Wonderment. Padded them out with characters from the game.
Cast and crew. Oh, where are you now?
I don't know.
Well, you're near that fellow.
There's an achievement for not disturbing the dead men at all.
This is so fidgety.
Wondering if I could possibly get it.
Ooh. Fuck. Fucking pulsating skull fucking...
Yeah, these monsters move entirely randomly.
Nice.
Dumbass.
Fucking... He dove on that to save his little nogginy brothers.
What a fool.
At least those guys are sort of just stuck over there, having their little head rave in a corner.
Funny, that.
Alright, yeah, you go off and do your work. Grenade. Oh.
Don't need to waste a grenade on these time wasters.
Oh, I just thought it'd be funny to wipe out a bunch of little noggins at once.
Plenty of time for noggin wiping.
How close are we to the end now?
Well, we've got one of the 3 Blemenegg artifacts.
Oh, Jesus. So, we've only got one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Shouldn't be much further till we have the second, though.
This is... I really want to play Dark Souls. Don't want to...
Would you like to stop at some point?
No, let's get it done. Let's get it done.
And do the rest of it another time.
We'll soldier on. I mean, it's not me playing it, so it's not like we're gonna be stuck here for goddamn ever.
Well, I would ask you to be interesting company, at least, and don't just check your bloody phone.
Nah, I'm just gonna sit here and play games on my phone. I'll play Hatfall. That's what I'll do.
Why don't you?
Actually, I'm gonna buy Hatfall.
Why don't you make yourself useful? Get out your phone.
Yep.
And look up interesting facts to tell the listeners.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, so we're not just looking at a black screen the whole time.
Okay.
Bastard!
I'm just gonna Google trivia.
Why don't you ask me trivia questions? Yeah, this will be fun.
Okay.
Ask me trivia questions while I'm fine. Yeah, this will show what kind of multitasker I am.
Okay, fun trivia quizzes from funtrivia.com.
Hit me.
Okay, well, we have a lot of categories. Vid games. I'm presuming that means video games.
That'll do. Although these are probably going to be like entry-level trivia.
I know, this is going to be great.
This is going to be fucking easy as shit. I used to write video game trivia quizzes for the bar.
Yes, you did. Okay, there appear to be a lot of categories. Left 4 Dead.
Specific games.
Yeah,
I've got a Silent Hill 2 one.
I will actually look that up. Let's see, video games. L to P, Q to S, there we are. Wow, it is really by fucking games, that's amazing.
Okay.
That doesn't seem very well organized. Where are we? S. Silent Hill games, here we are, alright, we're going now.
Bam.
Silent Hill 2.
Yes, specifically.
We're getting specific ones.
It's probably going to be really easy, isn't it?
Alright, well, there's a lot of quizzes. Oh, we have ratings. Very difficult.
Okay. Give me a very difficult one.
Play quiz. HTML, play quiz game. Let me see the questions, please. Okay. When you first enter Silent Hill, directly in front of you is a flower shop and a sign. How many years does the sign say the shop is celebrating?
Jesus Christ!
It said, what did I say? Very difficult.
That is very difficult.
Yeah, it's...
Who the hell would know that offhand?
Whoever made this.
Well, there's just going to be stuff like name the voice actor for James Sunderland.
Alright, so maybe we'll go down a step. We'll go down to tough.
Okay.
This is called Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams. The quiz.
Okay, that's kind of a pretentious name, but whatever.
By Snake Tales. So we gotta
okay,
I'm pushing the buttons.
Not sure if that's a glowing recommendation.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put a gun to their head, pow. Who said this quote?
Eddie Dombrowski in the prison level.
Alright. How many times does James tell Maria his name? You have a choice between thrice, once, he never does, and twice. Good use of thrice. That's not used enough.
I don't think he ever does.
Alright, we'll put he never does.
Well, let me think about that. No, he doesn't. He never tells her his name.
He never does.
Trick question.
Yeah, some good job, Snake Tales. How many different comments does James have about the Lakeview Hotel pantry? 7, 3, 10, or 9? Don't look at me, man. I don't know any of this shit. Fucking weird.
I'll go with 3.
3. How many people are dead in the room where you first, where you fight the first stage of the Eddie boss?
How many people
are dead in the room where you fight the first stage of the Eddie boss? 4, 3, 6, or 5? This must be like exercising your brain like mad, because you're doing trivia and a puzzle platformer.
Yes. Actually, I'll just get some health back with the thing I bought. Tee-hee.
Game breaking.
I'm just gonna have to take a guess on that. 5.
5. Okay, I'm gonna go 5. When you find Maria dead in her cell in the labyrinth, which side of her head has suffered a severe trauma? Right, left, both side. What's a trauma?
Who the hell would put that as their answer?
I don't know, but the answer's there. It's an option.
Just the her left or as looking at her?
It doesn't specify.
Oh, I don't even know. Let's just say the right.
Right. How many bottles of health drink are there on the back of the Venus Tears bar in the nightmare part of the hotel?
Oh, there's fuckloads, isn't there?
5, 6, 4, or 3. Fuckloads is not an option.
I think there's 5.
Okay, we'll go 5.
There's a whole load.
In the Born from a Wish sub-scenario, only available for the Xbox and PS2 greatest hits versions of Silent Hill 2.
I've only played through that once.
Hang on, what are the only monsters you fight? Giant roaches, mannequins, and patient demons? Patient demons, giant roaches, and underhangers? Mannequins, nurses, and patient demons? Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my.
I think it's mannequins, insects, and patient demons.
Okay, alright, we'll go with the top one.
Boss fight!
Rad. Ah!
It's Mr. Skullhead.
Skeletor!
When I was talking to the music guys about the music for this level, I said, give me something that makes me think of Mr. Crowley by Black Sabbath. Those are my exact words.
How many shots from the hunting rifle does it take to kill the final boss in easy mode?
I never played the game on easy mode. Probably not very many.
3, 5, 4, or 6?
4.
4. Okay, we'll go 4. How many times does it say run away on the last of the 6 memos found by a corpse near the end of Neely Street?
Oh, a whole bunch of times.
5, 9, 10, or 1? Fuck this stage.
I think it's 9 because it's in like a block of...
Alright, we'll go 9.
I'm pretty sure it's a square number because it's in a block.
How many holes do you jump down altogether? 7, 9, 3, or 6?
Well, there's 1, and then there's another. Are we counting when we get knocked off the roof by Pyramid Head? Oh, boss.
Does not specify.
Well, I guess it just means the holes we specifically willingly jump down.
Presumably. Grenade him. Yeah.
Eat it. Well, you can't.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I've always been fond of boss fights with final fuck you attacks.
And a fucking horde of little noggins still going.
Yeah.
So what was your answer? 7, 9, 3, or 6?
Let's say 6.
6. Click. Who composed the musical score for the game?
Akira Yamaoka.
That's an easy one.
Famously.
Maria has a tattoo. True or false?
Yes, it's a butterfly on her hip.
Okay. For a better ranking on easy to normal...
Butterfly is the visual theme surrounding that character.
Ooh. Some extra answer there in the column. For better ranking on easy to normal, how fast do you have to get through the boat stage?
Beats me.
45 seconds, under a minute. That's alright, that's a badly designed answer set up. 2 minutes or 10 minutes?
Well, easy to normal, so... 2 minutes?
2 minutes. Jacob's Ladder is an inspirational factor toward the Silent Hill series. True or false?
Yes.
True.
Actually, there's a specific part of Silent Hill 3 set in the train station from Jacob's Ladder.
Uh-huh. You could obtain Pyramid Head's sword at one point in the game. True or false?
Yes, you can find it in the secret basement of the labyrinth.
Uh-huh. Submit my answers. Okay, number 1, Eddie. Correct.
Yay.
Number 2, he never does. Correct.
Yay.
Number 3, how many different comments does James have about the Lakeview Hotel pantry? You said 3, the answer was 7.
Shit.
Number 4, how many people are dead in the room where you fight the first stage of the Eddie boss? Your answer, 5. Correct.
Yes. Guessing wins.
When you find Maria dead in her cell in the labyrinth, which side of her head has suffered a severe trauma? You answered right. The correct answer was left side.
It was a toss-up, really.
How many bottles of health drink are there in the back of the Venus Tears bar?
I can picture her. Her face is just sort of generically beaten up.
Yeah. Your answer was 5. Correct.
Yes, I knew that one.
In the Born from a Wish sub-scenario, only available for the Xbox and PS2 greatest hits of Silent Hill 2, what are the only monsters you fight? Your answer was giant roaches, mannequins, and patient demons. Correct.
Yay. I thought that one
How many shots from the hunting rifle does it take to kill the final boss in easy mode?
No idea.
4. Correct answer was 3.
Bugger. Man, that sounds very easy.
That's very easy, yeah. How many times does it say run away on the last 6 memos? Your answer was 9. Correct.
Yes, I knew that one.
How many holes do you jump down altogether? 6. Your answer is correct.
Yes. I knew it wasn't as little as 3, but it wasn't as many as the other one.
Who composed the musical score? Correct.
Of course.
Maria has a tattoo. Correct. For a better ranking on easy to normal, how fast do you have to get through the boat stage? Your answer was 2 minutes. The correct answer was under 1.
True or false questions. Don't waste my time.
Jacob's ladder question. Your answer was correct. Pyramid head sword question. Your answer was correct.
Yeah. Find me another Silent Hill 2 quiz.
You currently have 165 fun trivia quiz points.
Okay, can we spend that on
I don't know what that
hookers?
does. Yeah, it allows you to level up. What does that do? I don't know. Let's find an easy one. Ooh, it's all quotes.
Okay, not too easy.
An average one just called Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
Alright, let's shoot our way through this one.
Now we're heading down to the bottom of the Lidenbrock Sea.
That's neat how shooting up shoots you down a little faster.
So we got 2 of the blooming egg things. Now we're going after the 3rd.
Radical. As the story begins, James
Answering
tells...
this quiz is a great replacement for me doing a Let's Deconstruct video, isn't it, viewers?
I'm sure you'd be completely happy with this. This is it now. You should just edit this and call it Let's Deconstruct.
I'm sure I'm mentioning a lot of shit I would have mentioned in that.
Quite probably. As the story begins, James tells how long ago his wife died of that damned
3 years.
disease. Ding.
But
Where does
course,
James
he
first
may
see...
be misremembering.
Where does James first see Red Pyramid thing?
In the apartment building.
Okay, there's more to this question. In the apartment buildings after hearing a girl moan.
In the kitchen of an apartment, raping 2
After he
mannequin
finds it
demons.
eating a monster. After he finds it playing with mannequins. So we'll go with the mannequins. Playing with.
Wait, what were those options again?
In the apartment buildings after hearing a girl moan. In the apartment buildings after he finds it eating a monster. In the apartment building after he finds it playing with mannequins. Or in the streets.
Actually, 2 of those could be correct. I mean, you find him after hearing a girl moan, but you also find him playing with mannequins.
I think we'll probably go with playing with mannequins as well.
Okay, well, let's go with playing with mannequins.
What is Red Pyramid thing? Maria, a monster created from the god of by the god from its own anger. The incarnation of the town's long-dead executioners. A monster created from James's mind.
The last one.
Bing.
But it used the image of the town's executioners from a painting James saw once.
That would be a scary as fuck executioner.
A painting called Rainy Day Remains of the Judgment, I think. Or was it Misty Day? One of those.
That would probably actually be a question too. What is Maria? A stripper from Heaven's Night nightclub? A monster created by the god to torment James? A confused lost human? Red Pyramid thing? I like how it's Red Pyramid thing and not Pyramid Head.
Well, that's what he's referred to. That's
Within
the
the
first
game.
thing he's referred to by the game, although he does call him Pyramid Head at the end of the game after the final Pyramid Head boss fight.
Uh-huh.
With
So
the
what
2
is
Pyramid
Maria?
Heads. What were the options again? I think it was the first one.
A stripper from Heaven's Night nightclub, a monster created by the god to torment James.
Yeah, the second one.
Okay.
But I think she was also a stripper from Heaven Nice nightclub. Like she was, like her appearance was based on a stripper from the nightclub. Because in Silent Hill 3, you can go back to the nightclub and you can find a reference to Maria in some literature.
Uh-huh. When did Laura meet Mary?
When they were in hospital together.
Okay, the answers possible are yesterday in the hospital, last year in the hospital, last year in the Historical Society, yesterday in the Historical Society.
Last year in the hospital.
Last year, there we go. What did Eddie shoot that tried to chew its own guts out?
A dog.
Ding. James sees a lot of terrible monsters and horrors in the town, but what does Angela see?
Fire.
Ding.
And lots of it.
What does Eddie see as he roams the town?
Dogs.
Not an option.
Monsters. Weird looking monsters, he says.
What was the letter James received?
You want me to quote it?
Well,
Verbatim?
a letter Mary wrote before she died, part of the letter the town wrote so James would go there.
Because I could quote it verbatim if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did.
You did.
Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
Creepy. So, a letter Mary wrote before she died. Or part of a letter Mary wrote before she died.
It's part of a letter Mary wrote before she died.
Yeah, we'll go
So
there.
we'll find out the rest of it at the end of the game.
Uh-huh. What is strange about the mannequin where James finds the torch? It's got James's head. It's wearing Red Pyramid Head's mask, which is misspelled. That's interesting. It's got legs for arms. It's wearing Mary's clothes.
It's wearing Mary's clothes.
Submit my answers. Question 1, 3 years ago. Correct. Question 2. Okay, yeah, this was a bullshit one, because he counted it as in the apartment buildings after hearing a girl moan.
Bollocks to that. Both of those were true.
This is interesting. What is Red Pyramid thing? Your answer, a monster created... Oh, and created's misspelled. From James's mind. He said incorrect, the incarnation of the town's long-dead executioners.
Well, that's just his interpretation. Who wrote this shit?
Let's find out. Where is your name? We want to pillory you!
A twat is who wrote this.
A twat. Let's go back and have a look. Find out.
Mr. Anthony Twat.
Hello! Mr. Anthony Twat. It doesn't seem to have an author thing. By Nedved. Alright.
Fuck you, Nedved.
Fuck you, Nedved.
I'm gonna make you dead, Nedved.
Yeah. Huh?
Do
you ever get the ability to kill his... Oh, those eyes don't kill you, that's right.
No, they bring you air. You want them around, they're your friend.
Well, all you have to do to get through the stage is suck an eyeball's butt, and, you're fine.
What's weird about that?
Yeah, why are you making this strange? Does the red stuff hurt you?
No, but I'll tell you what does hurt me. Nedved.
Yeah.
Who will be dead, Nedved.
Fucking Nedved.
I bet he's red Nedved. I bet he sympathizes with communists.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet he's red under the bed.
He's been seen at many socialist meetings.
I'm gonna tie lead to his feet and drop him in the sea.
Okay, we'll do one more. Silent Hill 2 endings.
I'm bored of Silent Hill questions.
Okay.
Let's go to another game I know a lot about.
Alright.
How about Half-Life?
Okie dokie.
I'm having fun, listeners. Are you? I'm getting to...
Yeah, they're riveted.
I'm getting to show off my otherwise largely useless expertise.
Ooh, you could do Heavy Rain quizzes?
Bollocks to that. I don't know that game so well. I think I've played through it once.
1 or 2?
Once was enough.
Half-Life 1 or Half-Life 2?
Is there any for both?
No. This appears to be a division.
Well, let's start with Half-Life 1, then.
Okie dokie do.
Thank you, Ned Flanders.
Half-Life Opposing Force, Half-Life Blue Shift, or Half-Life, in inverted commas, for the PC.
The standard one.
Half-Life for the PC.
Hey, time for another boss fight. Before we can get the last of the 3 bleming egg artifacts. Ends in sight. Shit, it's the big squid monster.
Oh, Jesus shit. Who is the hero of Half-Life? Barney Calhoun?
Is there not a harder quiz than this we could do?
No. Is it Barney Calhoun? Is it Master Chief?
It's Gordon Freeman. Don't waste my time.
What is the setting for the first part of Half-Life?
First part?
Yeah, like Black Mesa Research Facility, Red River Nuclear Facility, Blue Rock Laboratory, or White River Nuclear Facility.
All of Half-Life is set in Black Mesa except like the very end. Is that what they mean?
Probably.
Okay, well it's set in Black Mesa Research Facility.
What is the name of the protective suit our hero wears through Half-Life?
The Hazardous Environment Suit, Mark IV.
So, HEV?
Yes.
Bing.
Did they mention Mark IV?
No.
Amateurs?
In Half-Life, what state is the research facility located in?
What state? It's in New Mexico.
Ding. What college does Mr. Freeman graduate from?
MIT.
Ding. What professor of Gordon's also works at Black Mesa?
Kleiner, Isaac Kleiner.
Ding. What's the name of the dimension the aliens come from?
Zen.
Ding. What is the name of the final boss Gordon has to fight?
Nyalanth.
Ding, that was the weird bouncy area, wasn't it?
Yes. And the big baby.
Strange boss fight.
Big Hellraiser baby.
What is the first weapon Gordon picks up?
The crowbar, of course.
Ding. What is the name of the alien slaves?
Unless we were playing the hazard course first. Or would it have been? I don't know.
I don't know.
Alright, we've got all the Bleming Egg artifacts.
What's the name of the alien slaves?
They're called alien slaves. Oh, Vortigauns.
Ding.
They were confused because in the game files they are just called alien slaves.
1 correct, 2 correct, 3 correct, 4 correct,
Yes,
5
yes,
correct, 6
yes.
correct, 7, 8, 9,
Established
10.
rule.
Ding, 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 ding. Yahtzee is a winner.
Are there any harder Half-Life quizzes?
No, there was just those 3.
Okay,
There are some specifically. That was by Johnny Beveridge. Thanks, Johnny. I can't imagine how bored you were to write that.
Give me a Half-Life 2 quiz.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Episode 1, Episode 2, The World of Half-Life, the orange box.
World of Half-Life.
Okay, where are we? World of Half-Life. Ooh, this one's rated difficult.
Nice.
It's by Prince Magnus 411.
Hit me.
Alright, come on, Prince. See if you've earned your... Which you probably wouldn't have given you were a prince.
We can breathe underwater now because we finished the Sunken City.
Ah, rad.
So now we've got the ability we don't need.
When entering Dr. Kleiner's lab, there is a small cactus sitting on a mini teleporter. What happens to this cactus if you use the teleporter too much?
Oh, I don't think I've ever...
Nothing happens, it explodes, it disintegrates, it gets lost.
I'm guessing it gets lost.
Okay.
Surely that's the same as disintegrating.
I think disintegrating is you know where it is, but it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, disintegrating means it is not integrated.
Yeah, I think there's a slight distinction. Because she is debeaked and unable to turn humans into mindless zombies, Dr. Kleiner's pet head crab Lamar feasts upon what instead? And this is I have to write something.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
You can find that out on a post-it note.
The yellow lambda symbol always means a cache of weapons or medkits nearby. In one house on the coastal road, however, the symbol has been covered, and instead there is a skull and crossbones scrawled on the wall, intended to inform Gordon that the cache is no longer safe. What enemy has taken up residence in the house? Antlion guard, combine soldier, poison zombie, head crab zombie.
It's a poison zombie, if memory serves. There's a few houses you run into on the coast.
I liked the coastal drive.
No one cares.
To prevent the player from venturing too far into the ocean, small leeches will attack Gordon repeatedly until he leaves the water or dies. Why can these creatures never be killed?
Because there's too many of them?
Well, they aren't NPCs. They're too fast to attack. You can't fire your gun underwater. They have the NPC equivalent of God mode.
That's a really dumb question.
Yeah. Well, what are you going with? I'd say NPC equivalent of God mode. I just figure they're unkillable.
What were the options again?
They aren't NPCs.
Well,
they're too fast to attack.
I guess they aren't NPCs either, because they're just a sort of screen effect that appears while you're in the water.
Oh, okay. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Alright.
Although that could be a really badly phrased question.
Several unlikely sounds can be heard in Ravenholm, albeit rarely. Which of these is not heard? Is not one of them. A child's laughter, frightened breathing, sobbing, a child's scream. So not heard.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but whenever there's a multiple choice question, it's usually one of the two similar answers. So I'm guessing it's either a child laughing or a child screaming.
I'm going to go with child laughing, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go with child laughing. That would probably, be against the tone of the scene.
There are several situations in which Gordon will, in quotes, die due to some mistake made, such as having a critical NPC killed. In these cases, a message is displayed on the screen explaining why the game was ended. In what chapter might Gordon be terminated for demonstrating exceedingly poor judgment? Root Canal, We Don't Go to Ravenholm, Highway 17, or Entanglement?
That's a tough one. I think it would be Highway 17, because I think that's what you get if you accidentally drop your car in the water.
Oh, yeah, you do get a game over for losing the car, too. I can't remember what it says, though.
Okay, in this scene, we're establishing that the translation has been a bit off, and we misinterpreted the instructions we've been given.
Oh.
So, rather than actually needing the specific artifacts to increase our power, we were just increasing our power anyway by practicing it. So the journey was useful in that sense, but we didn't actually need the Lemon Egg artifacts themselves.
We didn't need those tea kettles. Teapots. Tea kettles. They were kettles, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were old-style kettles that you need to put on a stove.
Abandoned cars are a common sight, giving the air of mass panic when the Combine invaded.
Many
of these cars are found in old tunnels. What unusual property is seen in several cars in a tunnel filled with toxic waste? They are in perfect condition, they are running, the headlights are on, or there are skeletons in the driver's seat.
I think it's that the headlights are on, because then you can see what you're doing.
I have clicked on that. When a head crab creates a head crab zombie, the host undergoes several physical changes. Which of these is not a physical alteration done when a human becomes a normal head crab zombie?
Their face doesn't turn into that of David Hasselhoff.
Elongated finger bones, yellow blood, opened rib cage, top of head removed. I think yellow blood.
No, they got yellow blood.
Do they?
Well,
they bleed red.
Oh wait, I think they had yellow blood in Half-Life 1. but they have red blood in Half-Life 2.
We'll go yellow blood then.
Yeah, we'll go yellow blood. I think that's trying to throw me off there, the dastardly bastard.
Bit of trickery.
Wait, the top of head removed thing, I presume it's referring to the head of the human rather than the entire zombie.
I'd have thought so, yeah, because I think that's an inherent process.
The head crab becomes their head.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're right. Fucking bats, man.
Fucking bats, man.
The graffiti on the walls in certain areas is often quite cryptic. One particular scroll shows 3 heads in a sort of X-ray view. One is a combine, one a human. What is the third?
It's a monkey.
A monkey.
It's a monkey.
The combine often use a different terminology for various things, such as calling an antlion invasion an exogen breach, or referring to combine gunships as airwatch. What is the combine term for a zombie?
Something like a necrotic.
Alright, it's a write-in, so I'll write necrotic. Okie dokie, submit.
How are we doing?
Hasn't popped up yet.
Okay.
It has to process to the great quiz mind.
This is a very green area. I just realised that.
So, botanical gardens.
I've just this instant been cured of colour blindness.
Alright, anytime you want, trivia thing. Anytime you want.
Oh, we know I'm right for everything.
Submit. Thank you,
Don't
fuck.
resubmit, you'll confuse it.
Okay, the cactus disintegrates. It does not get lost.
Oh. Same thing.
Watermelon is correct.
Yes.
Poison zombie is correct.
Yes, it was.
They aren't NPCs, correct.
Okay.
G-Man is the only NPC that can be spawned from the developer console and will never die. He can, however, be killed during the opening cutscene using a complex command of the developer console. As for the leeches, despite their ferocity, they don't actually exist as a physical entity in the game. They are simply a brush entity, part of the map.
Why are they telling us this?
I don't know. Child's laughter, correct.
Yay.
Highway 17, correct.
You know it.
Headlights are on, correct.
You double know it.
Yellow blood, incorrect. Correct answer, top of head removed.
What?
Which is kind of bullshit, because I swear they have red blood in 2. A monkey, correct. Necrotic, correct.
Now we're going to go back up this big descent we made.
Alright,
in the
I'm
opposite
horribly
direction.
bored of reading quizzes. Oh,
I was having fun showing off my knowledge.
well, we were largely just complaining about the poor wording of some of these questions.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that. Go, you little black blob. Run away. Flee. Flee, Kershaw. The spinny death is coming.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because we could just fall straight through it. Like that.
That's a bit of a glitch.
I think some more will spawn.
I hope so.
Yeah, because otherwise that's kind of broken.
Yeah, shouldn't that be an insta-death? Maybe?
Well, I'm not that cruel.
I thought it... I mean, this just sort of... Oh, they do. Look at that.
Ow.
There we go. You cuddled another one, which is probably not the wisest of life choices.
Thank you for your advice.
The tip is, Yahtzee, not to touch them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I read that in a magazine.
I see where I was getting confused now.
That was something scrolled down in print journalism.
I thought those were extra lives.
I called the Yahtzee game hotline, where you can hear Yahtzee himself talk.
I thought they were spiky tits.
Have you got, like, a shotgun power buff? Did the Spyrite dust do that as well as the thing you shoot underwater?
Yeah.
Because you're killing the little black balls in, like, one now.
Yeah, I was going to say, once you get the underwater shot, the Spyrite shot, it also does double damage.
Hey!
And now we got max health increased.
Yep. You're gonna need it!
Sure am.
I should start mossing with you by picking up my control and diddling it around.
No. Oh. Hey, fella.
He's still there. Why isn't he gone?
He's
a sleepy boy.
Yeah, he's just having a snooze.
Leave him alone. How long have we been gone?
Coming up to 2.5 hours.
God, it doesn't feel like it, does it, listeners?
No, because
I bet that trivia just flew by.
Because we had such fun answering those trivia questions.
That's a peculiar thing to me. Like, people sat down and decided to write those.
Well, you know, there are weirder things online.
Yeah, I just... You know... I don't know, maybe I'll go do a bunch and deliberately have the just worst worded questions possible.
Yeah, questions all written by Carl Pilkington.
When is Melbourne yet?
When is Melbourne yet?
Can you not grenade those, or are you trying not to?
I'm trying not to because I need to go up there. But actually, I will not at this point. because
Save.
I have the bad ending to show you.
Oh, so we're close enough now that we can see things like this.
Yes.
Ah. Nifty.
So, now that we've realised we've unlocked all our power, Rebecca has realised that we've gained lots of strength. So now we can take on the Dark Ones.
Yeah!
We destroyed all those monsters.
We've trained together, we've grown, we've run up steps.
So Rebecca is starting to think we may be the most powerful entity in the underworld if we destroyed all those massive demons.
Fuck eh.
This is probably one of the worst background tile art in the game.
It's Tangella.
It's just... I'm talking about the foreground art. It's just a repeating pattern. Some of it's a bit darker and looks like a knob to indicate that it's background.
Pointy demon shaft.
You're not the first to make the Tangela comparison, by the way.
Who else did?
Let's Play I saw.
Ah.
It's Gamey! What's he doing here?
Dun dun!
He's compacted with Magnus. And he's saying we're going to surrender to the Dark Ones? Why are they working for the Dark Ones all of a sudden? I'm not explaining this to the wife. Booger off.
Shot you once, Gamey, I'll do it again.
In this is sort of like the mirror match, because Gamey and Magnus, or Gamus as they are referred to internally, can use all the special powers you can get, except the one where they regenerate health.
Because that would break it.
Just a bit.
Eat grenade, Gamey. I've been wanting to do this for years.
See, that's the spirit of power we didn't buy. And now he's got the shield power.
Fucking... You know, Rebecca, why can't you do shit like this?
Yeah. And why can you only equip one of these at a time?
Yeah, and... Gamey seems to have a lot more grenades, is...
Yeah,
it's just something I'm saying, you know. Rebecca, I'm just...
Well, Magnus is the more experienced warrior.
Ah, okay. So he's able to summon more spirit chi.
Yeah, he's the big brother.
Ah, the good old down grenade. No arcing bullshit.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, that health is kind of... Is there any sort of better hit you can land on Gamey, or is it just blast and hope for the best?
Unless you...
Got him!
I didn't hear your question, so I'm going to ignore it. Unless you count the bunny swarm at the start of the game, this is the only boss fight without music.
Huh. Is that deliberate?
I think I just forgot about it, to be honest. But it adds a sort
Yahtzee Pro Shore.
But perhaps it adds a sort of gravity to the proceedings.
Yeah, this isn't just you know, some fun shenaniganing around. This is you're killing Gamey. That's not okay.
Well, he's got the same sort of powers we've got, so presumably he's got lots of health like us.
He does. He's blasting it off of him.
Way more than he did last time, anyway. Ha! Gotcha. But it's okay.
BAM!
He's just stunned.
With my sawn-off shotgun hand on the pump.
Why are we saying that Rebecca started the war? They attacked us with the bunnies and the giant bunny. So this is the hint that you need to hear all of the Blebeneg's story. So Magnus sort of stops himself before giving you an explanation, because Magnus has suddenly had a crafty thought. He's thought, wait, you're powerful enough to defeat the King of the Dark Ones. Here's a massive hint. But we
will neglect that. We will save it, and then we will...
I'm going to...
Oh, what's that?
Hey, this is the treasure map.
Nay.
Which will show us all the secrets we haven't got yet, and where the last Blemenog tea ladies are. So the last one's right above that room with the spyrite barrier in it. I'm just gonna save to get my health back, and then we'll get the bad ending.
Which is not canon.
Because I was taking inspiration from Castlevania there, where you get the bad ending if you haven't done a couple of optional objectives that indicate who the real villain is. Like in Symphony of the Night, where if you defeat Richter Belmont before you found out that he's being puppeted by Shaft.
Wait, was he actually called Shaft?
Yeah, the unfortunately named Dark Priest Shaft.
Was it spelled?
No, it was just Shaft, S-H-A-F-T.
What an interesting choice.
He's the sex machine with all the chicks.
That doesn't seem like... Alright, fuck it. You know what? You're a fucking, endless vampire. Maybe you wanted to be... Maybe you were Shaft first. That's probably on us. He was Shaft first.
Okay, so the king was saying, wait, don't kill the king of the Dark Ones.
And then...
So now we're gonna fucking ignore him.
Yeah, we're gonna kill the king of the Dark Ones.
So the first thing we have to do to kill the king of the Dark Ones is get rid of his shield. Which consists of...
lobbies.
Like the dark larvae.
Fucking boss music. Da-na-na-na.
He's doing that thing he does.
What thing is that? Ooh.
Yeah, where he goes over the whole area.
Hey, ooh.
This is a good boss fight to have the mine power up. Because you know where he's going to go.
Oh, so you can just plop down a mine when he's doing the roll and he'll get some guaranteed damage and knock some of his blobbies off.
Yes, indeed. Blobby, Mr. Blobby.
That was a weird show. I remember Australia had Blobby and Metal Mickey, which was also very weird.
I was referring to the Mr. Blobby from Noel's house party.
Oh yeah. That's the big yellow thing with the spots on it, right?
Yeah. He had a Christmas #1 once. Because the Christmas #1 is a strange phenomenon. Because it's almost inevitably goes to a novelty record.
Huh. And that one time it was Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine, which was glorious.
Because the Christmas... I think for a while it was always a novelty record.
Then it was...
Oh, he's got a new attack.
Oh,
then
shit.
suddenly it was reliably... Every single year it was whoever won, Pop
Idol or whatever.
Idol, Britain's Got Talent or whatever it was.
Which is stupid.
And I think Bill Bailey was the one who spearheaded this. He was like, let's break that fucking pattern because it's fucking boring. And from an internet campaign got Killing in the Name to be the Christmas #1.
So glorious.
Because it contains the lyrics, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
And led to the beautiful situation of the BBC sitting looking at a band called Rage Against the Machine and going, will you not sing the lyrics, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me? And them going, yeah, okay. And then...
Do you know what we're going to say to that, don't you?
You have literally given us the exact purpose these lyrics were written in the first place.
What have you done, you fools? Yeah, so Magnus figured that, hey, let's get revenge for Dad since we're the most powerful entity in the underworld. But the king knew this was a hasty and unwise decision because the remaining Dark Ones will fight all the harder.
Just like Israel and Palestine. Ireland and other Ireland.
So we've sparked the third Spirit Wars. Whoops.
Womp, womp. Hit picture in the history books of just the Poacher shrugging.
Yeah. Well, we'll see the picture that comes into the history books.
Oh.
That's your solution to everything, isn't it, Derek? And Gamey's stuck down here as well. Here's the sad end credits picture. I won't get the full credits either.
Hanging out your bum like a fart.
A game by me. This was the lazy final artwork that I made just by taking some sprites and making them black and adding highlights.
Now that you're moving into the realms of the professional developer, are you going to be having your own production company with a name and whatnot?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be games by me. If I hired an...
Me!
Thank you to that Batman villain who tested this game for me.
He's a nice enough guy, but just don't get him talking about Batman.
Yeah. Or fear.
Jesus.
Or be afraid of something around him. Because he gets really weird about it. Whoops.
Just to rub that in.
Yeah. Find all 6 tea breaks to get a better one. So we just keep watching till the music ends.
Does it end?
Yeah.
So can you push start? Can we skip it to the next bit?
No, we have to wait till the music ends because a thing's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. We get a little splash page or something, do we?
No, we get...
Edging forward,
Any second now.
Edging forward. Oh!
It's the Dark Ones, all amassed or something. Hey, let's look at the achievements we got. Baby's first achievement, kill 10 jackrabbits. I got that from testing.
Oh, we got that one just earlier.
Yeah, kill 3 or more enemies with 1 grenade.
Yeah.
Kill 5 flying moss bats while airborne. Eating all the pies.
You fat bastard, you fat bastard.
Don't want to continue because I can only do a shallow jump on this title screen. Got to load the previous game.
Load that bugger up.
Load the burger up.
Oh, it's nice how the load area is different to the, Alright, so we need to get the tea break.
Right, this time we'll watch the last tea break, and then we will finally understand why we fucked up.
And we'll get the happy ending, but not the super good turbo ending.
We won't immediately be getting the happy ending.
Oh, okay. So is there a different ending between now and the happy ending?
No.
Alright.
I just save compulsively, I can't help it.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I'm a save whore.
If it's not Resident Evil where it costs a fucking thing, I always save.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
And here's the last Blood tea break. All the way here near the surface.
I imagine she sounds like Nanny from Count Docula.
Ducky poo.
Yeah.
That's your impression, is it?
That's as close as I'm ever gonna get, yeah.
I'll get it.
I just love how she's just like, arm constantly in a brace, and also just mammoth juggernaut grade strength.
So here's the thing, the spirits and the Dark Ones both figured out how to possess surface dwellers to, like, combine their powers. But when the war ended, and the divide was created, the treaty was based on neither party ever possessing a surface dweller again.
Rebecca, you fool!
Rebecca didn't know that, and now she made a compact with Derek, and that's why the Dark Ones took that as a sign of aggression and invaded. That's why the whole war started, you dumb slut.
You think that they'd have that in school, like in Spirit? Like, how does this not known?
This is actually established in the story.
Oh.
And it was established just there that the Spirit Kingdom has existed long enough that all these stories are sort of...
Forgotten.
Yeah, it's fallen into the mists of ancient history.
Important factors of a treaty with an eternal war with a malicious force have just been lost.
The spirits forgot because they're a complacent bunch, but the Dark Ones didn't forget.
They had nothing else to do.
Because because the Dark Ones are a narky bunch.
Hate can keep you focused.
So this is where we realised, no, it was us, or rather, it was Rebecca and Derek. And Derek's like well into the fatherly role, so he wants to take the rap with her, but she's like, no, I compacted before you knew what was going on. It's all on her. Which is true. Remember from the beginning? She was just like, hey, can I enter you? Thanks.
Just like working in a bar.
But, you know, Derek was cool with it. He's like...
Hard to say no to a pretty face sometimes.
Boing.
Welcome to the Hall of Shafts.
Touch my head.
And
Touch
little
my head.
herpes sores.
What the hell kind of herpes have you got, mate?
Dark ones.
Fair enough.
Na-na.
That's what happens when you teabag sinkholes.
Teabagging the homeless.
Yep, now we understand.
Bing, 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 bing.
So the Dark Ones demand justice upon us. They authorised the combat between Magnus and Gamey so that we could be brought down. Because we're unstoppable.
Yeah! We are war! I have a double jump. You can't fucking deal with this.
So Rebecca wants to be separated. Magnus is all like, why don't you just run away and I'll say I destroyed you. As if they'll believe that, Magnus, you pussy.
Can we see a body, please? Well, the spirit people, so it's not really a body.
Well,
spirit body. Show me the spirit body.
Now Gamey and Derek get their moment. That was it. That was their moment.
No emotion between old men.
Well, I guess we won't be finding this out because we won't be seeing the super ending. But it turns out in that ending, despite their rivalry, Derek and Gamey are brothers-in-law. Like Derek's wife is Gamey's sister.
That was a fun twist. But we won't see that, and we won't be seeing the Judge of all the Earth.
No. So,
who's kind of a stage as much as he is a boss.
Yeah, look him up on YouTube.
On somebody else's Let's Play.
Or play the game and see for yourself. And then when you finish it by yourself, you'll feel so much better for having achieved something.
Go find some competent Let's Players.
So this is important. Rebecca said, I demand to be separated from Derek. And the Dark One King went blub, 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 blub. And the Spirit King translated that that's cool, that's fine, we'll be doing that.
Okay, good choice.
Okay. Don't see any
Bombing
reason not to
Dresden.
believe you. So now we have to go to the abyss, the edge of the abyss. Which is at the very bottom of the Leidenbrock Sea.
Going for more walkies. Although it should be relatively easy now. We have... I really find it satisfying at the end of like a sort of Metroidvania style game where it's just like, look at my health bar, look at my stats.
Well, that was the point of all these bit dialogues, where you need to see how far we've come, how far we've grown, and how...
Gonna walk back through the first area and just kill everything.
So here's Derek sort of probing a bit because he wants to be Rebecca's dad. But Rebecca was never close to her own dad because, that explains why Rebecca never knew that holding a compact was a bad idea. Because her dad never wanted to educate her.
This is what happens when you don't have proper sex ed.
Yes, this is what happens in rural communities.
Abstinence only. Never form a compact. But why? Just don't.
Yeah, just don't. But then you'll only make them interested in forming a compact.
I know, what's the first thing you want to do?
Talk to your children about forming compacts.
Yeah.
Yes, hand them some leaflets.
So you've decided to form a compact.
Kids, compacts are bad, okay?
I can get you to do a hobby pile of Mr. Mackey. Oh, the shop dude. Do you have any money?
Okay.
You know, that show's 18 years old this year.
That's a reference to Resident Evil 4.
I'm playing that again at the moment. I got the
Still don't have enough of that.
the proper HD edition.
What are you buying, stranger?
I'll buy it at a high price.
I posted a tweet a while back where I pointed out, he seems to be really bad at haggling. I'll buy it at a high price, no questions asked. Here, take my money, have it all.
Although he doesn't tell you that the treasures you sell can be upgraded, so maybe he's like, oh, the beer stein, I can get the little things that go into that. I'll cheat this fucking rube out of the beer stein real easy.
Well, he doesn't seem to be lifting much of a finger to get the jewels himself.
Oh. We don't see what he's up to when we're not around him, so maybe he's got this whole personal life of which we're completely ignorant.
Or he's just 500 dudes.
He's an entire team. It's a little bit like Avon. See, there's a manager and there's numerous sub-managers that work.
I can't remember. If you shoot him, does he show up still later?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's lots of them then. That's why they wear masks.
His body never dissolves, though, so it's possible that he's just healing.
But if you look at his eyes,
he does
during nighttime, he has the eyes of the
parasite.
The parasite. So even though his body doesn't dissolve like the parasites do, he's got the eyes.
So his body's probably having a different reaction to it, and that's what's keeping him...
So here we are back at the bottom of the Leidenbrock Sea. If we go left, it's the boss arena where we fought the squid. Now that we've been tried, this way to the right is opened. It would have been blocked off by statues like these ones.
Yeah.
These are intended to be like statues of the Judge of all the Earth. Because he has yellow eyes. But we won't be seeing him.
No.
So at this point we think Rebecca's going to be separated from us and we're going to be set free and she's going to stand trial. Okay, sounds like a good deal.
We've been tricked.
Shit!
I call bullshit.
See, what happened there was that during the trial scene, the Dark One actually said, no, fuck you, we want to try you both. But the king translated that as, yes, that's fine. We're amenable to that, because he figured you'd cause trouble otherwise.
Yes, I might. I might not want to be on trial for something that I didn't really have a...
Yeah, we'd probably have fought back at that point, and as we've established, we are the most powerful entity in the underworld.
Me and me old 12 gauge, double shot.
And here we are at the bottom of the abyss.
Dreek!
And we've lost...
Shit.
Yes, this is to hammer home that all our powers were because of Rebecca.
Stuff's getting real now. Huh.
Oh, we can't go that way.
That doesn't seem right. Alright.
It seems like we can go that way. Fuck you, narrator.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Somebody's playing the silly buggers.
Maybe I should go back to the exit. Nah. Yeah. And the point of this scene is like you're sort of defying the game's intentions.
And common sense. Who's saying
That's
that?
already established that I won't go into the save point just yet.
Why not?
See, the intention is that most people are trained at this point, if they see a save, to immediately go in there and save before they do anything else. But I always thought there was a chance people wouldn't do that, so I put that bit of dialogue there. Because saving is the trick. Now we're being dragged into the deepest part of the abyss.
Oh.
Because the judge of all the earth realizes we weren't the one that needed judging, Rebecca was. So the judge was all like, yeah, we got this girl, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
But we need to get Rebecca back. We need to save her. See, this dialogue's
the morals.
So this dialogue's slightly different in the various different things you can do. If you run away without fighting him, it's different. And if you shoot him before he hits you, it's different. I think if you shoot him before he hits you, Derek at this point says, shouldn't surprise a man with a loaded gun, Gamey. Yes, so we did the right thing there. That's what this dialogue means. So yeah, this is establishing that the narrator we've had up to this point, saying things like, you found extra health.
Gamey's been... No, not Gamey.
At the judge.
He's been able to hear him all along.
Ah, yes. And now, I'm not sure how many zombie Blemenig we killed. But yes, exactly the number of Blemenig we killed during the library section.
You probably should not have taken that health.
Yeah, I'll probably drop some. Oh, did we only kill 4?
Huh.
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, so did I.
I ain't gonna question Providence. No, I remember killing quite a few of the white bunnies.
All but one.
Yeah. Yes, we're far beyond the dark ones now.
I am Apocalypse.
So, yes.
So it's all bar jests.
Since we killed the white bunnies. Actually, not quite bar jests. Bigger white bunnies that jump a lot.
There's a bouncy goddamn fucking hell.
Don't have as much health as a bar jest, but they're a bit of an arse, regardless.
Long jump on the little buggers. Whoa, oh, oh, shit has gotten out of hand.
Yeah, that's where it gets kind of real.
Missed.
Yes, thank you. Haha, what are you going to do now?
Stupid rabbits. Now I have more rabbit meat, thanks. I'm just like the most efficient poacher in the world.
Well, spiritual rabbits.
Oh. Fucking spirit meat's not filling.
Hey, they can't get us here.
Ah. Oh.
Yes, they can.
Thanks, game.
Hush my mouth. Ooh, what was that?
Someone's dead. Occupational health and safety, man.
Oh.
It's not a joke.
Well, better call the police when the smell starts to bleed through the walls.
That foul stench.
Yay, we survived that.
Pew.
Yeah, that was all our sins. We basically lived the life of a monk up till the start of the game.
An actual potato. Bloop.
No.
Nope.
Save Becca.
So if you'd not,
So yeah, if we'd proved completely free of sin, then the judge would have gone, no, 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 it can't be. Because it turns out there is a prophecy stating that the judge of all the earth,
Pop.
will be destroyed by a man of true virtue who has been wrongly thrown into the abyss.
Ooh.
And it turns out that's Derek. But but since we
Can you shoot up?
since we atoned for our sins, we can't kill.
Oh.
We can't kill the phantom of Rebecca's dad with standard bullets. We need Rebecca to help us because it's her struggle to face. Did you see?
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
And then I blocked the grenade with my face.
This is quite hard, especially with only one bit of life left.
Yeah, this is going to reload here too, isn't it?
Yep. Because otherwise it would have been really annoying. Because there's been no save points since the last one.
Yeah, okay. Maybe if you drop down and get the...
Yeah, I'll get the other one.
Well, you're going to need it now.
Oh,
figs!
There was no way to drop down.
Yeah, you can just run across that little... Alright, yeah, come on, you can do it.
Okay, that's one.
There's a weird bit of slowdown there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's t'other.
Alright, Rebecca, help me out here.
Get back in me sharpish. So every time we shoot him, we get one of our health and grenades back.
Eat it, spirit daddy.
Yeah.
I'm no trick.
We might be Phantom Derek.
Phantom Derek would have made a fun boss.
Yeah, like Dark Link. But
Evil Derek.
Dark Derek.
Dark Derek.
Okay, this bit is one of the places where there's instant death.
Here come daddies!
Well, we've got all our powers back. Man, this is very Cave Story inspired, isn't it?
I haven't played Cave Story.
Well,
I think I might have played it a little that time you were doing something of it at the bar, but...
Well, play it, it's good.
Okay. How much is it on Steam?
It's like $15. I mean, it's more than I'd have thought.
Huh.
I know because I had to buy it because I did a retro review of it recently. I was like, that's
a tricky noodle. Oh.
Well, shit.
Fiddlesticks.
Remember, I designed this game.
Yep.
Getting a bit of VSync tearing.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
I wonder if that will show up on the record.
Probably, and we will be judged accordingly by the judge of all the earth, also known as YouTube comments sections.
That's not the judge of all the earth. That's the judge of all the crap.
The judge of all the poop.
Judge of all the earth is, like, the name is specifically the judge of all the earth. That's the whole name. It's not just the judge of the earth or the judge of all things. It's because it's a reference to a line from the Bible. Although I first heard it from Watchmen. One of the... because you know how all the issues of that comic are named after quotes?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the issue they give where the quote's from. Well, one of the issues of that comic is called The Judge of All the Earth.
Which one's that?
I can't remember. It's relating to Dr. Manhattan in some way, as I recall.
I think it might be him on Mars.
Possibly. And it's from the Bible verse. The full text is, "Shall not the Judge of all the earth do right?"
Oh.
I just think it's a really cool, ominous sort of name for the final boss. Surprised I did that so quickly.
Yeah.
Now, if we'd gotten the golden ending, then there wouldn't have been all those white things flying up.
That would have necessitated fighting the judge.
Yes, which is bloody hard.
Why would the judge need to be fought, really, if he's not evil or good, he's sort of a neutral, necessary?
Well, you have to fight him because he wants to fight you.
Oh, okay, so he's just like, fuck you, you fucking cunt, and just takes a swing.
Yeah, and then Rebecca's really surprised that we did what the Dark Souls took centuries to do. That is, escape from the judge.
I wonder if that's foreshadowing something.
Climb out of the abyss. But as Derek points out, that's because they deserve to be there.
That little cluster of heads, this is a pain in the ass.
It really is. And it's another thing that wouldn't be here if we'd gotten the proper ending. Oh, bloody hell, there's another one.
Alright, now, the bullets went through that.
Yeah.
Stop spawning it. I'm gonna get out of here fucking ASAP.
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. See, all these rooms that we're ascending through evoke all the areas we've been through thus far.
Like that bit at the end of the musical, how they go through all the songs.
Yeah, it's quite a lot like that. I believe the word is reprise.
Huh. I just learned a term about musical theatre.
Well, it's a general term for reprising something from previously.
Oh, well, I know what reprise means, but I didn't know that that specific technique in musical theatre was called a reprise.
I don't know if it is, actually.
Okay.
Almost forgot I had this.
Yeah.
This is handy.
Because you don't really need grenades that much.
No. I mean, kind of for the monsters that can only be killed with grenades.
Yeah, but oftentimes you can skip them.
Yes. There's another grenade for us, in case we need it.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, yeah.
A lot of the difficulty in this game is because it does the Castlevania thing where you get thrown backwards when you die, when you get hurt. Splat. Only had one shot of that.
Which, in a game based around some reasonably deft platforming, is a fucking jackass.
Is indeed. Nope.
I hate how the shit that those things throw can go through walls.
Well, that's what makes them threatening. Oh, I want that. I fucking want that.
Good choice.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, even better choice. Ding.
And the burrows.
Hooray! That would be a fucking penance.
Yeah.
What are you now? A toilet light!
I've had an idea for a sequel to Poacher for quite a while.
Ooh.
Not just if I make it just because this game doesn't have that high a profile that a sequel would mean anything. As we discussed when we were talking about Consuming Shadows in relation to the Chzo Mythos, I don't like making games that you need to have played the previous ones to understand. I've got an idea for a story I'd quite like to do, but it relies on being familiar with the story of this game.
I mean, given that this is free and rather readily accessible, I don't think that's that hard, because if people are like the second one or are interested, you go, hey, I'm making a sequel to Poacher. People might go, well, what's Poacher?
Possibly. The idea I had was that it would introduce Derek's wife, and they would like work together as a team. They could swap them out.
She's actually a lithe ninja.
Derek would be ranged combat, and he'd still have Rebecca for like magic attacks. And Mrs. Derek would be melee focused.
A soup ladle.
And the plot I had in mind was that they'd both be abducted by aliens, along with Rebecca. Because the three of them have sort of been living together as a family unit after this game. And Mrs. Derek gets experimented on and given a bionic arm, like in Lost Vikings.
Slowly. The most remarkable humans on Earth, just dwelling in a nice little cottage.
So now the Dark Ones have, like, betrayed the deal, which was just to bring justice on Derek and Rebecca. So now we are fully justified in smacking them about.
Just war! Just war!
They just wanted to banish us because we're so great.
Yeah, they were trying to get rid of the one thing that could take them on. Oh, come on, he's compacted too.
Yeah, this is the culmination of Rebecca's arc. We just climbed out of the abyss, Magnus, so don't say whatever it is you're about to say. Yeah, fuck you, we climbed out of the abyss. We're that good.
Dug our way out of the hells.
Oh, we can finally buy this.
Excellent.
Do you notice this?
Yes.
The increase in rate there. So let's do this boss fight we've done before.
It doesn't change in any way?
Nope.
Well, that's easy. There appear to be less, or at least the...
Music's different though. Oh yeah, they didn't do that attack in the bad ending, did they? Forgotten my own programming.
Well, that and the layout of things to sort of help you
Yeah, you
seems to be a little
don't
different.
have as many of the little platforms on the...
I think the general space is a tad wider.
And there's the manor on the left, presumably. The manor house that whose grounds we were poaching earlier.
For some peculiar English piece of aristocratic blood.
No.
Oh, nice.
Skill dodge. Oops.
Skill dodge.
Just call
Head
me.
bang an enemy.
Just call me Skill X. Bugger, 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 ass, bum, tits.
Yeah. Does he respawn the blobs around him at any point?
No. As soon as you get rid of them all, you can fire at will.
Maybe leave a few on him just so he doesn't like shift to a different attack pattern.
There's a thought.
Because I think if memory serves, the rapid fire attack pattern is kind of a bucket of bastards.
Yeah, and he stops doing like attacks like the big sweeping that one. If he doesn't have any more blobs.
And with only a
now he's doing that one.
The SPAC attack.
The random attack, which is hard to dodge because it's hard to predict.
Oh, this is the predictable one.
Yeah. Oh,
pigs. Tough to get between there.
Ideally, you want to run underneath that.
Does he telegraph the fact that he's going to do that attack at any point?
No.
Hey, grenade.
Well, if he moves into the middle of the screen...
Huh?
He was about to do that attack. Remember, he had to book it to the left side of the screen.
Looks like he disappeared.
So, shit. We are mutually low on health, this boss and I. That's shaving the back of my head. Oh god. Come on. I can't lose. Not now.
Not to my own creation. It was said that a boss would be coded that would defeat its own creator.
Well, I think that means
You're his judge of all the earth.
The robots have taken over now. And I think I have to buy that upgrade again as well.
Yep. Huzzah! Maybe part of his backstory that he's a fond Rubik's Cube solver.
I like solving Rubik's Cubes.
Yes, you do. Interesting thing.
Yes, I
have
memorized...
a collection of them around and you've memorized algorithms, which is a bit strange.
That's kind of like how I like climbing. It's nice to do an activity with a goal at the end. Climb to the top of the wall and you have won that thing.
I have conquered you, wall.
So I like it more than just, say, running, because there's not a clear win point with running. Unless you're trying to run away from a scary dog or something.
Well, I think because I jog, and for me it's a sort of a distance and time thing.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for me. I like having a nice,
a visible,
a tangible goal,
yeah.
An organic goal.
Well.
Not just like saying I'm going to do this much and then stop. That feels a bit anticlimactic to me. I want to say, yeah, I'm at the top. Smack the pipe.
I don't know, man. Like when I'm at the end of a run.
Squeeze the squeaky duck.
I know, yeah, there's squeak toys at the top of the climbing walls now, so you get up and you go, and it's like, hey. There's also a dog called Winston.
I prefer to grab the bar at the top of the climb because I can reach the squeaky doll from not quite the top because I'm so tall.
You're gibbon-like reach.
Yeah.
So you're saving the grenades for healthy backsies.
Yes, I think so. Oops.
So you're throwing grenades away for fun.
Yes.
Just lobbing them into the ether.
Yes, I'm having fun. Aren't you having fun, Gabriel?
Grenade fun. Grenade out. Party! Party bomb! Which they kind of are. I mean, do the grenades only hurt like spirity shit? Because otherwise a nice blue pop with some sparkles would make for a fun party treat.
Well, they seem to find at killing Shellosaurs and stuff. I don't think they're dark ones.
Yeah. They are a physical entity. Well, I guess there's no lobbing them around at raves then, unless you want a really horribly unpleasant outcome. Oh, what did he do? He's doing... Oh, okay, so he's moving fast.
Yeah, he's doing that thing. He'll signal that one by moving slowly to the bottom of the screen. And that means...
Back attack!
Get the fuck out of the way.
Run away!
Duh.
Yeah, that's not the great choice. And now you have the safe.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand here. Oh, no, I'm not.
I think maybe if you just go back to that point, or like keep going to the all points, because that'll like trigger it like basically easy to deal with attack patterns.
That
was...
See, if we'd destroyed all his shield, that would have been easier to avoid. That's the trade-off, I suppose.
Yeah, but those bullet attacks are kind of shit.
Noises with Yahtzee Crowshaw.
And now, an album to set your love-making mood. Yahtzee Crowshaw's throat sounds.
Yep. Now he's this low on health, he's just going to do that permanently until we kill him.
Is that really the last attack?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yay! We killed the Dark One. Didn't get the super ending. Hey! I got Zero Suit Derek. Have you seen Zero Suit Derek?
Is that actually a thing? Did you really put Zero Suit Derek on there? Tell me, is it an actual skin-tight outfit?
There's two optional costumes. There's Zero Suit Derek and there's Lord of the Manor, which you get for 100%ing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which we didn't do. Lord of the Manor is a suit and a top hat. And when you shoot your gun, instead of dropping a shell casing, you drop some money.
What's Zero Suit Derek? Can you show me?
Well, you'll see.
Go. We're going to see some Zero Suit Derek. It's very saucy.
Yeah, this is the culmination of Rebecca's maturity. She's conceded she must make her own penance for the bad things she did. So she's exiling herself to the service world with Derek so that she can educate herself.
With D-Rec.
And become intelligent, like what her dad never really cared about her becoming.
What's the name of that movie where he educates a gutter snipe?
And Magnus now has respect for Rebecca.
You have a personality. Congratulations.
Gamey didn't have an arc. Gamey's still a twat.
Yep. Straight line for Gamey. Good ol'... You can tell by the way he holds his jacket like that. That's a straight line kind of fella.
Yeah, and Gamey's like, could we not talk about this because it might be kind of weird.
People will think me peculiar.
See you down, bub. And yeah, he has respect for Derek now as well, because he calls him by his name, not just Surface Dweller.
Which is pretty bad, because Surface Dweller is like chink for those people.
Yeah. Saying, look after my sister, Chinky Chinaman. Yeah, Rebecca wants to see our outside lavvy.
No, you don't.
We've got a moment.
No, you do not want to see that.
Now the proper credits, the full credits.
Initial concept, Yahtzee Kershaw.
Well, yes.
Graphics and art, Yahtzee Kershaw.
No, it's just gonna be everyone we've met so far.
Hooray! I like these.
And all the names that they're given here are their actual names, because it's still being narrated by the Judge of All the Earth. If we had defeated the Judge of All the Earth, these names would have been given by Derek himself, and he'd called them really stupid things. That's part of the reward.
You know what I miss in movies? Those in-character credits moments at the end where like the character looks at the screen. That needs to come back.
I thought you were going to say those funny credits moments in films like Hot Shots. And
no, those are good too.
Where they sneak jokes into the credits.
Yeah, like the news report of like movie popcorn being lethal.
Yeah. Yeah, he was totally complacent. And somehow he'd formed his spirit image into a crown. What a pretentious git.
It's my head, I can't help it, it's crown shaped. Look at it, it's magnificent.
Blemeneg's so kawaii. I think part of the inspiration for the Blemeneg was sort of like the Moogles from Final Fantasy VI, or the Mr. Saturns from Earthbound. Just a sort of cute thing.
Weird little knob shaped.
Yeah, the sort of weird race of cute things that help you out at some point. Enemies.
Mr. Satins.
The Jackrabbit. Call that because they're total jack-offs. The Mossbat.
Cave-dwelling irritant, yes.
Yes, it is an irritant.
Fucking, I hate little flying things in these games.
And the Bargest. Folklore named thing. With a skull tattoo.
Siege weapon. Yeah, I call him the Bunisher.
And
that's a worm cloud.
That's the thing that Let's Player I mentioned referred to as a Tangela.
Blobby!
Insatiable brood of the Dark Lord. Who I guess is an insect or something.
Okay, I only saw those. Fair enough. That's perfectly valid.
Those guys are mad.
That'd be probably a bit crazy too.
Yeah, the green fish only jumped out of shallow waters, and the identical purple fish swam left and right in the undersea areas. Generally good-natured.
I think I'm a bit too tired to play Dark Souls after this.
Oh.
You've been doing this for a long time.
3 hours, 10 minutes?
I'm sleepy.
Oh, fine.
I need some, like, an energy or something.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe we can manage. Was it 4:30? Fuck.
well, don't force yourself.
Yeah, well, that's
if
the
you're
thing.
gonna be all tired and shitty.
Well, I don't know. Tired me might die in amusing ways.
Well, your commentary's gonna be shitty if you're tired.
Yeah, just like
what am I saying?
I'm gonna.
I mean, your commentary's gonna be even more shitty than it usually is.
It'll be shitlicious. It'll be level 12 shitty, 12 plus shitty.
And Elidius looks like Pac-Man with gingivitis.
Unmotivated.
Yeah, because it just swims back and forth.
Steeped in his own ennui. Metronome jellyfish.
Because it goes up and down.
Yeah, I like that name. Boop, 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 boop. They're probably... Jellyfish are weird things, man. Like, it's odd to look at that and go, well, that's got some kind of intent. And apparently they're kind of like a hive creature, like all the cells are sort of their own thing.
Yeah, Craco Medusae.
Uh-huh.
That's a sort of mashup of Latin names for things.
Large sea things. Fuck you, Skullspawn. Fuck you.
Oh, I think this is where we see what the dead men look like.
Yeah.
There he is. He's got sort of an arm hanging off. And looks like the tall man or something.
You like that general thing.
Yes.
You like big, tall, scary, faceless monsters.
Well, yes. I invented Slender Man. I totally did.
Da-na-na-na. It wasn't ripped off that thing from Blood Omen.
Blood 2.
Was it Blood 2?
Blood 2, The Chosen.
Okay. Which one? Does Blood Omen exist, or am I just tired and inventing
Yeah,
games?
that's a Legacy of Kain game, isn't it?
Oh.
Blood
yeah.
Omen,
Blood
Legacy
Omen 2,
of
Legacy of
Kain.
Kain. Yeah, actually, no,
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
that's tickling the old brain teeth.
Do you think
Dark ones.
Derek gets annoyed by Rebecca's tail constantly tapping him on the top of his head? Is this bothering you? Is this bothering you? Is this bothering you? Is this bothering you? Is this bothering you?
So I think it's missing, but just gently. So it's like
That's what's annoying about it. That's what's so annoying. Well, now we have our end graphic there. The sun has finally risen after our long night underground.
A good long night of the soul. Get up, have some rabbit stew.
And yeah, this is Rebecca seeing the sun for the very first time.
Talk to the missus about that night's episode of Jonathan Creek.
She was underground, which we didn't tape. Whoops.
How did they do it? Well, they built a whole fake house. Alright. That was one solution to it, too.
Yeah, that's...
The cult built a whole fake house.
I've done the solution more than once. Oh yeah, that was a picture I found. I think that's a character from Emmerdale Farm.
Google image search for Northernman.
Yorkshireman.
Yorkshireman.
Yep, there you are again.
Me.
I wonder what Stacey's up to these days.
Good old Game Maker.
This was Game Maker Vanilla, not Game Maker Studio. If
What's the
memory
difference?
serves. Well, you can't really output to a commercial product as well as you can with Game Maker Studio.
Why is that?
Because Game Maker Studio can output to HTML5 and iOS and stuff. I think Game Maker Classic has been sort of discontinued now, actually. Could there be a secret thing to find?
Question mark.
Are we going to find it?
No.
You got to play the whole bloody game again.
Yeah.
All because I accidentally saved over to the start of this video. Whoopsie doodle.
It's one of those times where, have you ever seen like a friend like about to step in shit? Like just foot above it going down, and you can see it, and you know, and you're kind of trying to say a word, but it's just too, it is too late. By the time you can see it, it's too late. That was exactly that. Just you're going down. There goes that. 97% to 2.
So the music's still going, but I don't think we'll go back to title until the music finishes. Music's good though. You should listen to it sometime.
It rocks and occasionally rolls, and it's the variation between the two that creates a fun musical tension that is pleasant to hear released.
When you're ready, music track. I want to show off Zero Suit Derek.
Yeah, I don't remember Zero. Like, is that something you added late? Like,
have you noticed Derek's cap has a pattern that's always like flat and straight on? It's sort of like Stan's jackets in Monkey Island 1 and 2.
I love Stan.
Can get a better view of it in a bit.
Okay, so is that the music over? I can't quite hear because we turned it down an awful lot.
I think it's over, yes. Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Jesus.
So now we finish the game, we find out what the other achievements are. Complete the game with only 3 health without getting any upgrades.
Nope.
Nope. Kill a girl by hitting it with a grenade.
You tried that one.
Kill a blue shellosaur while it's angry.
Alright.
That's, yeah, tough, because it moves quite fast when it's angry. Find and defeat the secret final boss.
Hmm.
Complete the tombs without disturbing any dead men. I think we disturbed him once or twice.
Yeah, I heard you do it.
Absorb,
I was asking you trivia questions.
absorb 5 bullets with a single spirit of protection. That's the shield thing. Kill an enemy with a mine by shooting it, as in the mine. Because you can shoot mines to activate them.
Ah. Shotgun juggle a single grenade 3 times.
Kill a baby bookworm in its entirety.
Oh, that's right, yeah, because it is shrink. Aha.
Restore 4 health with pickups between save points. Right, Zero Suit Derek, which will equip if we shoot it. Now we're in our pants.
Slippers.
Was it everything you dreamed of?
It's magical. A little tuft of chest hair, or a stain, I can't really tell from here.
Get killed by a jackrabbit. Maybe try a different game. Yeah, unlock Lord to Mana by 100%ing the game.
And that's Poacher.
I just want to show
Let's frolic naked through bunnies.
I just want to show a couple of other things. Easy mode we ignored. That basically just gives you 2 health upgrades at the start, which will later not be in the game. So it's more sort of easy start, settling into normal game as you go along.
A gentle ease in.
So what I wanted to demonstrate at this point is that Zero Suit Derek extends to the conversation avatar.
That's good.
That's attention to detail for you. In which we confirm he is indeed wearing heart-shaped boxers.
Has a tuft of faintly gingery chest hair.
Or he's blue tacked a pasty to his chest for later.
Each is possible. Alright, well that was Poacher.
And there's the pattern of his hat.
Yeah, the weird... I like that effect in cartoons as well.
Not affected by the contours of the hat at all. So
It
yes,
has its own dimension.
so that was Poacher.
Well, that was the first game of yours I actually sort of got a chance to fiddle with. Cause,
Yeah, you tested it for me, didn't
you yelled at me and made me test it.
If memory serves, I think if you wear Zero Suit... Yes. By wearing Zero Suit Derek, we get the treasure map at the very start of the game.
Aha, so this
So we can...
help one have a fruitful run. So the little black crosses are treasures.
Yeah.
What are the red crosses? They're the tea ladies, aren't they?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because the black crosses are either health, grenade upgrades, or treasure chests full of money.
Nifty tits.
If you can interpret their location from this very vague map.
Yeah, it should be fairly,
It also indicates where the 3 merchants are.
Are there 3? Or is it 1 traveller?
Who very good at predicting where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
the
part of his business. Ah, yeah.
I actually forgot that.
The bunnies in undies.
If you're Zero Suit Derek, the bunnies are also wearing heart-shaped boxes. I surprised myself with a funny joke.
Does the bar just have boxes
I
on?
can't remember. I'm going to find out now.
Awesome. We're in unknown territory. We're having the giggles.
Come on, I want to see pants on the bar chest.
Rabbits in undies. Got these little boxes under the love hearts.
Yeah. If it turns out the bar chest isn't wearing boxes, this will be a very boring last 5 minutes. Because it's just the first bit of the game again.
But, with a different suit.
Yeah, in our pants. Why don't you give us another quiz while we're doing this?
Someone should mod it so there's birthday suit. Can play the whole thing as...
Give me a quiz on...
Ready for some fun? I sure am funtrivia.com.
Hey, Gamey. Bye, Gamey. They're just wearing pants, Gamey.
Wow, Illusion of Gaia. GoldenEye.
Nope.
I'm in the G's. God of War.
Yeah, let's do God of War. See how much I remember. Played through the first one a few times.
Alright, well, there's a God of War single. 25 questions. Average difficulty.
Okay. Let's do average difficulty. Is this just God of War 1?
I presume so. Now, I'm presuming the questions get harder.
Okay, start us off. Is the answer Kratos?
Yes. What is the name of the main character in God of War?
It's Kratos.
Alright. I hope that's just the gimme point that you get for existing.
Okay.
Kratos has white skin in the game. How did this happen?
Well, after he killed his own family, their ashes were fastened to his skin as a constant reminder of his guilt.
They actually used the words fasten as well.
Well, that's how they said it in the game, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Oh, look. Undie bunnies, you fucked up. See, this is... Oh.
That's how easy it is.
Dude. Who is the first god that Kratos receives magic from?
Ares. Well, wait, in the actual plot or in the game?
It just says that.
Well, if they're talking in the plot, it's Ares. If they're talking in the game, it would be...
Athena?
Well, see, that's the thing. If they're talking about those moments in the game where you find a god door and they give you a new, like, superpower, then the first one will be Poseidon. But if we're talking about plot-wise, both Ares and Athena gave Kratos magic powers before the game starts. So the answer's either Poseidon or one of those.
I think you're probably right with Ares.
I'd say either Ares or Poseidon. Right. So what are the options?
Poseidon, Zeus, Athena, Ares. I go Ares. Because isn't he the one that resurrects him and gives him the fucking bullshit in the first place?
Well, how's the question phrased again?
Who is the first god that Kratos receives magic from?
Okay, yeah, go Ares. But
it could be Poseidon if they're talking about a magical item that you use.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it turns out to be Poseidon, that's another horribly phrased question.
Yeah. What is the creature that called that Kratos is required by Poseidon to kill?
The Hydra.
Bing. Which god gives Kratos the power of Medusa's gaze?
What's her name? The goddess of love. Aphrodite.
Ding. Who greets you before you pass through the gates of Athens?
Oh, it's the Oracle.
Wait. Okay, the Oracle of Athens or the city's Oracle? Cities is pluralized.
The city is Athens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Oracle of Athens, and that's another. God.
Okay, let's go. Let's go Athens then.
Due to his appearance, what else is Kratos known as?
The Ghost of Sparta.
Ding. What creature carries the Oracle of Athens away?
It's a harpy.
Ding. What is the Gravedigger? A man, a god, a beast, or a woman?
It's a character heavily implied to be Zeus, but who'd taken the form of a man.
A god?
Yeah, let's say he's a god.
Initially, what color were Kratos' tattoos going to be?
Blue. I know, I've seen the concept art.
Yeah. How many soldiers did Kratos start his command with? 100, 50, 1,000, or 500?
Beats me. Say 1,000.
1,000. When Kratos was the captain of the Spartan army, who was the only one to brave his fury? His father, his king, his wife, or Ares?
His wife.
Ring. What is the name of the titan that carries Pandora's temple?
It's Kronos, isn't it? Zeus's dad.
What does the body burner throw in order to get the harpies to open the gate?
Huh.
A dagger, a head, a skull, or a rock?
Yeah, I remember the body burner. I think I can picture the scene, but I can't specifically remember what he throws.
I don't think it's a whole body. Maybe just a head.
Yeah, let's go head. That seems like something he would do.
Before what challenge did Artemis give Kratos her blade? The challenge of Hermes, the challenge of Artemis, the challenge of Atlas, or the challenge of Zeus?
Yeah. Let's go challenge of Atlas.
What are the two shields called that you must recover to open a door during the challenge of Atlas?
Options?
Hades and Zeus, Zeus and Poseidon, Athena and Artemis, or Artemis and Atlas?
Hades and Zeus, I think. Okay, let's see if the big bunny has pants on.
Was this worth it?
No, it wasn't.
Everything sucks forever.
Psych.
Good night.
Psych. Psych. Fuck you, bunny. I'm gonna shoot your eyes out. Any more questions?
What must you recover in order to open 3 doors within Pandora's temple? Skulls, daggers, keys, or fingers?
It's
Splooch.
It's skulls, isn't it? It's like the architect of the labyrinth and his 2 sons.
What does Poseidon's trident allow those who acquire it to do?
Swim underwater?
Okay, the answers are none of these, breathe underwater indefinitely, both of these, or dive underwater.
Huh. I think it's both of these.
Yeah, that's again. The daughters of Poseidon are called naiads, true or false?
Yes, true.
What is the final boss in the Challenge of Hades?
Oh, it's like a robot Minotaur thing.
Giant Minotaur.
Yeah, giant Minotaur.
What must Kratos do to leave the maze during the Challenge of Hades?
To leave the maze?
Yeah.
What are the options?
Make a blood sacrifice, kill all enemies inside the maze, defeat the boss confined inside the maze, break all items inside the maze.
I think it's make a blood sacrifice. I think they're talking about that scene where you have to murder a dude. In America, it was a dude in a cage. In Europe, it was like a zombie in a cage.
Yeah, Europe's got weird censorship stuff sometimes. Like, they didn't have exploding heads in Resident Evil 4, and I remember a weird thing about that.
Huh.
The magic power which Hades gives is called the Souls of Hades. True or false?
That's called the Army of Hades, isn't it?
Alright, so false.
False.
What is the name of the weapon that Ares gives Kratos?
The Blades of Chaos.
There is a boss guarding Pandora's box. True or false?
Well, there's quite a few bosses you fight on the way to Pandora's box.
Isn't that the area that was going to have that, like, dragon-like boss, but then they wound up doing a room full of bullshit?
Yeah, I remember now. They just had a room full of bullshit.
So false.
No, there isn't a boss.
That room full of bullshit fucking sucked.
Guarding specifically.
Who helps Kratos out of the underworld?
The Gravedigger, who is Zeus.
Oh, Zeus. Always changing shape. Kratos. Correct!
Yay.
Ashes. Correct.
Yay.
Answer was Poseidon. So yeah, he's talking about Poseidon's rage.
So I was right there.
Yeah. 4. Hydra.
Yes.
Correct. 5. Aphrodite. Correct.
Yay.
6. The Oracle of Athens. Correct.
Yay.
7. Ghost of Sparta. Correct.
Yay.
8. Harpies. Correct.
Yay.
Gravedigger is a god. Correct. Yay.
Yay.
Color of Kratos' tattoos were blue. Correct.
Yay.
How many soldiers did Kratos fight his command with? 1,000. Incorrect.
Yay. What?
Correct answer was 50.
Jumped the gun there.
Yep. Kratos' wife was the only one to brave his knuckles.
Should have been 300 Spartans, really, shouldn't it?
Correct. What is
you.
the name of the titan that carries Pandora's temple? Kronos. Correct.
Yay.
The body burner threw a skull, so head was incorrect.
Oh, bum cakes.
Fiddlesticks. The challenge of Atlas is correct. 16. The two shields were both Hades and Zeus. Correct.
Hey.
17. Skulls was correct.
Gun fingers.
18. Poseidon's trident allows those who require it to do both of these. Correct.
Hoo-ta-hoo.
Naiads are the daughters of Poseidon. Correct.
Wapam.
Final boss is a giant minotaur. Correct. Kratos must kill all enemies inside the maze, so make a blood sacrifice is incorrect. The magic power which Hades gives is called the Souls of Hades. False is correct. What is the name? Blades of Chaos is correct. I think we all know that. There is not a boss guarding Pandora's box. Yep, they had a combination of harpies and archers guarding the box instead.
Meow.
Who helps Kratos out of the underworld? The Gravedigger. Correct.
What does the fox say?
I don't know that song. I've heard people talk about it. I don't actually know it.
Well, apparently it was a viral sensation.
Ah.
Well, yes, that was Poacher.
And trivia.
Hope we didn't distract too much with me kicking ass at video game trivia there.
Yep. Kicking ass and making fun of online names.
So this may well be the end of the Ego review. Unless you want to do Hatfall. Or
no, I want to... Because the plan was today we were going to... Because Yahtzee, how long did you think that this was going to take, Yahtzee?
I thought it would just like take an hour or so.
So the plan...
I remembered it being shorter.
Yeah, it is not. The plan... So there you go, look at that. You've got a lot of content in your game. But the plan was we were going to do this and then do some Dark Souls, and now I am fucking arsed. So I'm going to go home and make some
you're
food.
not arsed enough yet. You wait till I'm finished with you.
Oh, good. That'll help me, then I can take a power dump on your dick.
So, yeah, so next time I guess we'll be doing Dark Souls.
Yay! Dark Souls! We can perform some jolly cooperation, but together, and force our way through Dark Souls 2.
I figure we'll do
Forever.
audience questions while we're doing that as well. So remember to submit questions in the messages or in the comments.
Maybe put it on, there's a subreddit for this, apparently.
Yes.
So go put it there. Because the problem with Twitter is it's there, but then it vanishes into the feed, and it's kind of a bugger to get back.
Yes, I have found I've been checking the subreddit to gauge a response that's not the YouTube response every time I put up a video. So yeah,
tube views.
The subreddit is just /Let's Drown Out.
Yahtzee looks at the subreddit. You can talk directly to him.
All
Leave him
one
little
word.
Messages.
Yeah, I'm not going to reply.
Because you did an AMA or something, didn't you?
Yeah, at some point.
Years ago.
Maybe I'll read it, maybe I won't. You'll never know.
Unless it comes up here, in which case, of course, you'll have read it.
Yeah, right. So ask questions, and we will be continuing to drown out Dark Souls 2 next time, when Gabriel will continue to embarrass himself in the Forest of Fallen Giants.
I don't know what's coming. I haven't looked at any FAQs. I've deliberately avoided that, so I'm going in blind.
I tried to craftily lure him into traps.
And he's going to try and kill me, yeah. Well, it's your turn first next time anyway, because I think...
No, you didn't die.
Well, no, but I finished last time, so I shouldn't start on you.
No, you didn't die, though. It's death to death, man. Your
turn
first. Your stand first.
If you want to do that.
Anyway, we should wrap this up. Bye-bye, everybody.
Doodle poop.
Bye-bye. Don't poach wildlife from manor houses, because you might end up having to save the underworld. Yes, I think we've all can take a lesson from that.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
Haven't played that.
With like an evil Nazi type guy.
Of course.
Where are we going now?
Sunken City. So down.
Tell you what, let's do the Crystal Tombs first.
Okie
Since it's on the way.
Alright. What's in the Crystal Tombs?
Well, we'll find out.
Alrighty. Pew!
Haha. Clever old me.
The wisdom of the designer.
Hey, let's go into the... Oh. That's the Dark Realm.
Alright, well, we're not going there yet.
Spirits to the left, dark ones to the right. See, purple means dark in video game parlance.
Evil. Does it have is that a TV tropes thing? Is there like a big list of things that have used that I'm unaware of?
I don't know. I just know like Metroid Prime springs to mind. I know a lot of cases where dark and purple have gone together. But anyway, I was talking about Burnout Commander the remake.
Yes.
There's a boss fight with a sort of Nazi guy. And the boss fight starts with like, standard sort of chatty cutscene where he goes, I will destroy you, blah, 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 bit of dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to watch it the first time, but if you die and try again, if you press start to skip cutscene, then your main character just goes, shut the fuck up! And the fight starts proper.
That's good. More games should do that. You skip the cutscene and just interrupt the guy. Fuck you, fuck your dumb shit.
Shut up! Jesus Christ, why don't you stop talking?
I don't want to hear you. I'm going to punch you in the ear hole.
Here is the fourth of the Blemon eggs.
Do they tell the story in the correct order regardless of the order you discover them? Or?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So you're not going to get just weird chunks.
How many have we had now? 5?
That's 4.
4. I think there's 6 then.
Okie dokie. There's a secret 7th one that just tells you about the shops she went to.
Because there's 2 more we haven't gone to yet.
Ooh.
So this is how the Dark Ones were created. They were surface dwellers who tried to use magic for dark purposes, and they were tricked into becoming spirits themselves, but once they were spirits, they couldn't physically affect the world anymore.
And they threw a mad fucking tantrum.
Yeah, so they were sealed in the Abyss, beneath the Lidenbrock Sea. And you might want to remember that, because the Abyss will be a big thing later.
Much later, apparently.
Ooh, hey. More coins I can spend.
Hi.
Well, we can't buy that, so I'm just going to get Spirit of Peace.
That's the trade grenade for health, isn't it?
Yeah, I figure it'll come in handy. So now we're going into the Spirit Tombs, which has a very specific gimmick.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are bad things in the Spirit Tombs.
As opposed to the carnival of polite folk the rest of the game.
This is the scary part of the game.
Dot seems harmless. I bet it's a power-up.
So the point of this is that we mustn't disturb the things that roam the shadows of the Crystal Tombs. We can create a light to see where we're going, but if we get too close to one of the entities that dwell in the Crystal Tombs, they will get narky, and we can't kill them. So we just...
so they don't bother you when you can't see?
Yeah. They won't hurt you if they can't see you.
It's like me walking to the toilet in the nighttime. Just leave the lights off.
Luckily, I can remember the layout of a lot of these rooms. And now for some levity with some bouncy skulls. Wee, wee, wee,
ow, 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 ow. Ah, cluster of skulls.
Yeah, so the cluster of skulls added here in order to
share house of noggins.
In order to train the player in something.
Something that may come up in a boss fight.
Something that will come up in this whole area.
Ooh, okay.
Which means that if we kill those things, it also destroys a pillar. Which means there are 3 more of those things to find. So originally that wasn't there, and people didn't really understand what they were supposed to do to get rid of the pillars.
Valid. So you changed it, and now everyone's happy.
And
forever.
Yeah, so the rock clusters don't respawn. They're one of the very few monsters that don't.
Oop.
Oops.
Oop. Nope, that's not the button.
That was not the button. That was not the button at all. Hey, Chumley.
Oh, don't mind me. Is it an insta-kill if you have the light on there?
No, but it's a bit disturbing, though.
It will insta-kill your mind.
Yeah, this is a secret way here, which will take us to a power-up.
Rad.
Can we see it? No, we can't. Hey, Chumley.
Don't mind. That's watching you do these platforming bits just in pure darkness.
There it is.
And you got a lot of health now.
I specifically designed the things in the crystal tombs to be kind of fucked up looking.
Can we maybe get above one and put the light on so we can have a little bit of a look-see?
Well, we'll get a good look at it when we get to the end credits, because there'll be a little picture of them to see.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's right. You know, I like that end credits thing where it's like here's the.
Well, I always like to pad out the credits, so I did the same thing I did in Galaxy of Fantabulous Wonderment. Padded them out with characters from the game.
Cast and crew. Oh, where are you now?
I don't know.
Well, you're near that fellow.
There's an achievement for not disturbing the dead men at all.
This is so fidgety.
Wondering if I could possibly get it. Ooh!
Fucking pulsating skull fucking...
Yeah, these monsters move entirely randomly.
Nice!
Dumbass.
Fucking... He dove on that to save his little nogginy brothers.
What a fool.
At least those guys are sort of just stuck over there, having their little head rave in a corner.
Funny, that.
Alright, yeah, you go off and do your work. Grenade. Oh.
Don't need to waste a grenade on these time wasters.
Oh, I just thought it'd be funny to wipe out a bunch of little noggins at once.
Plenty of time for noggin wiping.
How close are we to the end now?
Well, we've got one of the 3 Blemenegg artifacts.
Oh, Jesus. So, we've only got one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Shouldn't be much further till we have the second, though.
This is, I really want to play Dark Souls. Don't want to...
Would you like to stop at some point?
No, let's get it done. Let's get it done.
And do the rest of it another time.
We'll soldier on. I mean, it's not me playing it, so it's not like we're going to be stuck here for goddamn ever.
Well, I would ask you to be interesting company, at least, and don't just check your bloody phone.
Nah, I'm just going to sit here and... Gonna sit here and play games on my phone. I'll play Hatfall. That's what I'll do.
Why don't you...
Actually, I'm gonna buy Hatfall.
Why don't you make yourself useful, get out your phone,
yep,
and look up interesting facts to tell the listeners.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, so we're not just looking at a black screen the whole time.
Okay.
Bastard!
I'm just gonna Google trivia.
Why don't you ask me trivia questions? Yeah, this will be fun.
Okay.
Ask me trivia questions while I'm fine. Yeah, this will show what kind of multitasker I am.
Okay, fun trivia quizzes from funtrivia.com.
Hit me.
Okay, well, we have a lot of categories. Vid games. I'm presuming that means video games.
That'll do. Although these are probably going to be like entry-level trivia.
I know, this is going to be great.
This is going to be fucking easy as shit. I used to write video game trivia quizzes for the bar.
Yes, you did. Okay. There appear to be a lot of categories. Left 4 Dead.
Specific games?
Yeah.
I've got a Silent Hill 2 one.
I will actually look that up. Let's see, video games. L to P, Q to S, there we are. Wow, it is really by fucking games, that's amazing.
Okay.
That doesn't seem very well organized. Where are we? S. Silent Hill games. Here we are. Alright, we're going now.
Bam.
Silent Hill 2.
Yes, specifically.
We're getting specific ones.
It's probably going to be really easy, isn't it?
Alright, well, there's a lot of quizzes. Oh, we have ratings. Very difficult.
Okay. Give me a very difficult one.
Play quiz. HTML, play quiz game. Let me see the questions, please. Okay. When you first enter Silent Hill, directly in front of you is a flower shop and a sign. How many years does the sign say the shop is celebrating?
Jesus Christ!
It said, what did I say? Very difficult.
That is very difficult.
Yeah, it's...
Who the hell would know that offhand?
Whoever made this.
Well, there's just going to be stuff like name the voice actor for James Sunderland.
Alright, so maybe we'll go down a step. We'll go down to tough.
Okay.
This is called Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams. The quiz.
Okay, that's kind of a pretentious name, but whatever.
By Snake Tales. So we gotta
okay,
I'm pushing the buttons.
Not sure if that's a glowing recommendation.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put a gun to their head, pow. Who said this quote?
Eddie Dombrowski in the prison level.
Alright. How many times does James tell Maria his name? You have a choice between thrice, once, he never does, and twice. Good use of thrice. That's not used enough.
I don't think he ever does.
Alright, we'll put he never does.
Well, let me think about that. No, he doesn't. He never tells her his name.
He never does.
Trick question.
Yeah, some good job, Snake Tales. How many different comments does James have about the Lakeview Hotel pantry? 7, 3, 10, or 9? Don't look at me, man. I don't know any of this shit. Fucking weird.
I'll go with 3.
3. How many people are dead in the room where you first, where you fight the first stage of the Eddie boss?
How many people
are dead in the room where you fight the first stage of the Eddie boss? 4, 3, 6, or 5? This must be like exercising your brain like mad, because you're doing trivia and a puzzle platformer.
Yes. Actually, I'll just get some health back with the thing I bought. Tee-hee.
Game breaking.
I'm just gonna have to take a guess on that. 5.
5. Okay, we'll go 5. When you find Maria dead in her cell in the labyrinth, which side of her head has suffered a severe trauma? Right, left, both side. What's a trauma?
Who the hell would put that as their answer?
I don't know, but the answer's there. It's an option.
Just the her left or as looking at her?
It doesn't specify.
Oh, I don't even know. Let's just say the right.
Right. How many bottles of health drink are there on the back of the Venus Tears bar in the nightmare part of the hotel?
Oh, there's fuckloads, isn't there?
5, 6, 4, or 3. Fuckloads is not an option.
I think there's 5.
Okay, we'll go 5.
There's a whole load.
In the Born from a Wish sub-scenario, only available for the Xbox and PS2 greatest hits versions of Silent Hill 2.
I've only played through that once.
Hang on, what are the only monsters you fight? Giant roaches, mannequins, and patient demons? Patient demons, giant roaches, and underhangers. Mannequins, nurses, and patient demons. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my.
I think it's mannequins, insects, and patient demons.
Okay, alright, we'll go with the top one.
Boss fight!
Rad. Ah!
It's Mr. Skullhead.
Skeletor!
When I was talking to the music guys about the music for this level, I said, give me something that makes me think of Mr. Crowley by Black Sabbath. Those are my exact words.
How many shots from the hunting rifle does it take to kill the final boss in easy mode?
I never played the game on easy mode. Probably not very many.
3, 5, 4, or 6?
4.
4. Okay, we'll go 4. How many times does it say run away on the last of the 6 memos found by a corpse near the end of Neely Street?
Oh, a whole bunch of times.
5, 9, 10, or 1? Fuck this stage.
And now we can shoot underwater. Hooray.
Alright, come on, Underwater World. Let's fucking do this.
So what games have you been playing lately, Gabriel?
Well, I'm running back through Dark Souls 1, playing Dark Souls 2 with you.
Yes, maybe we'll do a bit of that after we finish.
Yep, we'll be doing that later. I'm looking forward to it.
If we can be asked, after however long this takes.
Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, me too. I sort of remember this game being shorter. But then I guess I would. Because I'm too familiar with it.
Fuck you, Bat. Fuck you so hard.
Do you want to guess who the voice actor is who makes the ooh sound effect?
Joe DiMaggio.
Nope.
Oh.
Try again.
Mark Hamill.
Nope. Try again.
Yahtzee Crenshaw.
Yes! It's me! Just like how I voiced the guards in Art of Theft. I like to think my voice was a bit less recognisable with this one.
Yeah, it's a fairly nondescript little ooh.
Yeah, with a sort of northern inflection to it. Ooh!
Well,
bugger that up.
I suppose you can just reset it easy enough.
Yeah, yes.
Ka-ching.
Man, that stuff grows back fast.
That's what makes spyrite an excellent mineral to mine.
One wonders why you need a mine this big. Just like mine the first few blocks of it at the front door.
Spyrite mine's just two guys hanging out. Where else have I seen that block collapse thing before?
Dunno.
Oh, okay. I was hoping maybe you'd have a game that influenced you to put it in there. I know I've seen something
Actually, it was
like
sort of an accident. When I was like designing the block that the bomb destroys, then I sort of programmed it so that when it's
health is in the brick.
When it's detected another. Huh.
Alright.
Hey, a shop. So I designed it so that when it detects that there's another spyrite block next to it, it also destroys that. But in practice, there was a slight delay. So the blocks weren't all destroyed instantly.
And so you wound up with a nifty gamepad.
And I realised, hey, we could make a mechanic out of that.
What's the Rubik's Cube doing?
That's what increases your
that might be prudent.
Shooting speed. I don't know, actually.
Well, I mean, I'm not really going to be playing it for the rest of this. I think it's, at this point, just dumping me into the hard end is probably not a good idea. So, I don't know. If you're comfortable with the reload rate, yeah, stick with it. What's the Spirit of Punishment do?
That's the mine.
Oh, that's right. That's the mine. Okay. So we've got mine, giant Hadouken, kind of useless cluster bomb.
I'm just going to get the health upgrade.
Alright, well.
You're going to have to at some point.
Yeah. So the health and bomb upgrades are finite. They don't respawn with the dude.
So now we're back in the burrows above the Spirit Kingdom.
Yeah.
And if we go all the way back to the starting area, we can find
familiar.
There are things to be had.
A little bit like fucking bats, man. A little bit like the stray demon in Dark Souls. And I'm not going to say where that is. If you haven't played it, you're going to have to find out for yourself.
It's in the Undead Asylum.
It's in the Undead Asylum.
But it's
find out for yourself.
But it is hard to get back there.
It is the least signposted thing in a game that does not signpost anything.
Oh, I don't know. Saving Solaire is pretty hard to figure out.
That's a good point. Well, I mean, I think saving Solaire's kind of...
I think we discussed that.
I
hard. Saved him and he fell right off a fucking ledge.
I love that. That's so gloriously Dark Souls.
Still,
I've done it! I've saved Solaire! Bye!
Well, it's not like I was saving him just so you could help me out in the final boss.
No, you wanted the narrative. And
I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Bro. Yeah, because don't you have to join a covenant? I mean, the first time I was playing it, I didn't even know what covenants were until, that's forever into the game.
The whole PvP covenants thing is a thing that's very poorly explained. Now watch the bottom left corner of the screen very closely. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's gamey again.
Whoops. Could have programmed that better. Maybe despawn. Obviously the game is programmed to despawn the character if we're past the bit where we see him.
But it doesn't. The spawn is not gone.
Yeah,
so.
It probably takes a single frame to figure out he's not supposed to be there. And here's another secret lemonade tea lady.
Are there only 3?
There's 5.
Oh.
That's why I said another, other than the last. So this is how the spirits came about. The magic users who discovered Spyrite, who'd been trapped under the ground by the destruction of the great city, decided to turn themselves into ghosts so they would no longer be affected by physical need.
And the Blemen Egg, this is where the Blemen Egg split was? And
Yeah, the Blemen Eggs we're not are the same people, but they weren't keen on that. So they went and formed their own community by the Lidenbrock Sea.
And they wrote and maintained the technology.
And that's why the Great Library was right next to the Blemen Egg village.
Ah.
And, yeah. And then the spirits just hung around the Spirit City forever. Not doing shit.
You know, just not eating or drinking or
just
needing to do anything much, really. What is the spirit life like? I suppose it's one of the
I guess there's a lot of floating around and chatting. And they discuss great philosophical concepts and stuff.
Do you miss your penis? Yes, thank you, finally. Can we get up to the... We can get up to the whole start bit again.
Ow.
Fucking bats.
Totally, man.
What's up there now? A giant robot rabbit boss?
No.
Oh.
There's just pickups.
Ooh. I like pickups.
We're gonna get. And here we are in the starting room.
Dun, dun, dun. And now we have the jump ability to get the fuck out.
Boing.
Should have had an option of just, like, walk home. Walk home.
Like
record Jonathan Creek, like, for the wife.
What's the game where you can do that? Clock Tower lets you do it. It's one of the many endings. You just get in a car and fuck off.
Which one's Clock Tower? That rings a bell.
The survival horror game on the SNES.
Ah, right, there we
the
are.
Scissor Man.
Wait, SNES.
Yeah.
Was it on the SNES?
Yeah. And the Scissor Man chases you and you can't fight it. You just have to hide in places.
My brain's sort of leaping to somewhere in the PS1 with that one. That must be maybe a sequel.
There was a clock tower. I think there was a couple of clock towers on the PS1.
Ah. Well, that explains that puzzle.
Are you thinking of a 3D game?
Yes.
Yeah, that was probably would have been in the sequel. I had a Clock Tower 2.
I'm going to look up the first one. I have
Clock Tower The First Fear?
No visual memory of the SNES Clock Tower. I didn't even know there was really survival horror games on the SNES.
Yeah. Arguably, the first survival horror game would have been something like The Uninvited or Alone in the Dark. What
Wasn't
do you
Alone in the
think,
Dark
kids?
3D?
It was 3D polygons on pre-rendered backdrops.
Yeah.
So I say pre-rendered. Drawn backdrops. Who knows?
I remember trying to get that run on the... Oh, well, look at that. Might...
Yeah, that's the first Clock Tower.
Was it any good?
Well, they got a whole bunch of sequels.
Well...
It's alright.
Yeah.
But how did we get onto this? We're talking about games where it's possible to just fuck off.
Yeah, go home.
Super Paper Mario, you can do that. Yeah, like at the start of the game, like the guy goes, "Will you help us in our quest?" And you get the standard "but thou must" yes or no choice.
Yeah.
But if you keep pressing no, he'll just go, "Oh, alright, well I guess we're fucked then." And then it just goes to game over. I'm sure there are other games where you can just fuck off.
Yeah, well, I suppose you can kill yourself in Consuming Shadow.
Yeah.
You can just book it right the hell out of this. No, not dealing with this. Don't have the energy for the monsters today.
And the other, what that's reminded me of is that in the Bionic Commando remake, there's a boss fight